have no idea if this is working yet. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hello, face. All right, I'm getting it set up, everybody. So just give me a second here while I work out how to computer. Alrighty. Just got to get set up on Steam. How do I get set up on Steam? Oh, this is fun. Alright, this is why I started early, everybody, because I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit. Alright, this is why I started early, because let me quickly video. Alrighty. And then we go to Lens Island. No. Why isn't it working? Give me a second. Give me a second. Alrighty. It is a lot of hours. Honestly, that's like nothing. That's like just a tiny little bit of my actual playtime. Okay, sorry, I'm sucking at live streaming so bad right now. I'm just trying to work. I'm using Restream. I'm using a new platform because I'm trying to stream on Steam as well. So I'm trying to get like both streams set up right now. So I'll be a little bit trickle in while I work out how this all works, and then I'll be good to go in no time. Okay. My game does not want to capture. That's fun. There we go. And then let's make this not gigantic. Bam. Okay, well at least you can see the game. Let me just work out Steam. If anyone could tell me if they could see me on Steam, that'd be really handy. Yeah, it is pretty cool that there's a map now, Holly. I agree. I would not be able to play the game without a map in its current state. Okay. Alright, yes, we're on Steam. We're all good. I think we're all good to go. Alright, trickle in everybody. I'm going to be, well, yeah, if you don't know who I am, I'm Julian. I'm the lead developer of Lens Island. I'm actually here at Flow Studio at the moment. There's the, bam, Flow Studio at the HQ. So I'm going to do a playthrough. I'm going to start playing the game. We just launched. Uncharted Waters for Lens Island. This has been like 9 months in the making. So for everybody that's been going, why haven't you been updating the game? What's going on? It's because we have been making a whole brand new version of the game that is just unbelievably bigger, unbelievably better than what a lot of people were expecting, and it took a long time to make. And then this is the launch. So I'm going to play a new save file. Oh, I'm going to have to delete one. Okay. These are my testing save files, so ignore everything you see here. And let's call it, what do we want to call it, everybody? We'll call it Uncharted. Alright. Thank you for all the support, everybody. I appreciate it. Have to do mouse controls. I know a lot of you prefer WSD. I prefer mouse. It's just how I am. I always pick a different background every time I play the game. Where do we think, everybody? Where should Len be from? We've got Jarrow Islands, Vanguard City, Acacia Plains, and Garth Hinterlands. First one in chat. I'll take your word for it, and we'll go with that. Okay. What do we got? Zengard Bowden. That's just because you're tanned. There we go. Alright, we're going Zengard. I'm sorry, Samuel. Okay, I'm gonna go feminine. And definitely not. The correct answer of this, by the way, is definitely not every time. Okay, who do I want? Maybe some dark brown hair. I'll have a little jacket. Blue shirt. Actually, maybe like blonde. No. Actually, I'll go black hair. And then we'll go pants, 3/4 pants. I don't know about this jacket. No, I like the blue. Jeez, I thought I would be better at making characters by now. I prefer the vest. I like that. We're going with that. Yeah, Doris. So yeah, in case any of you don't know, right now it is. Wait, let me. There you go. It's 4:25 a.m. So I've been literally up all night working on this update for you all, and now it's 4:30 in the morning, and I started the live stream. So yeah, game developer life. All right, so. Whole new beginning to the game. Whole new beginning. Your once safe home was destroyed by the voids. The mysteries of the darkness that drives them is yet to be uncovered. No one understands its power or where it came from. You are ferried to the forgotten island where the Lightstone Rush began, hoping to build a new life. I'm going to quickly VSyncs on, do a couple of my settings. I'll put the frame rate cap on because I don't particularly need it. Turn off FPS. Okay. So obviously there's going to be spoilers for everybody watching. So if you want the full new game experience, I would just download the update right now and play it. But if you want the developers, tricks of the trade, all of the inside tips, all the insider knowledge, you're in the right place. This is the place to be if you want that sort of stuff. Step 1, insider knowledge. Just go into edit mode, which is F by default, and just delete this little crate, and that's 25 wood and 10 fibers for free right at the start of the game. Alright, do I have VSync on? I need VSync on. I do not. There we go. What should I do first? I feel like I usually don't focus on the town as much throughout my testing so far. I want to really make this an interesting playthrough, something a bit different to what I do personally, because so much of me playing Lens Island really is testing. So we'll talk to Mayor Gerald first. So we've just landed on this island. We've come to see the town of Bridgewater. Good morning. Need a hand? What is this place? This is Bridgewater Traveller. My name is Gerald. I am the mayor of this corner of the world. If you're settling on the island, beware of the darkness that lurks beneath. Many travellers come to Bridgewater, but very few stay. Please donate any spare building supplies at the town notice board. We desperately... I just realised I should have my headset plugged in because it's probably going to be better quality. There we go. I wonder if this is going to jump up in quality now. So where was I? We desperately need resources to rebuild and upgrade the town. If you help me build Bridgewater back up again, I'll clear some new plots of land for citizens to move in. So... we go to our notice board. So here's our next town level. So currently, Bridgewater is an abandoned town. We have 4 villages. We have 0 town level, no plots of land. And if we want to get 2 more plots of land, if we want to increase our buying selling amount to our vendors, and also get a brand new furniture shop, we need to donate some resources to the town. So we've got, fibers, clay, wood, stone. So let's remember that. Fibers, clay, wood, stone. We've also got a backpack vendor here, which we can upgrade our backpack at some point. We'll need that from Alex because the crafting costs will get larger than the backpack at some point soon. So look, let's get a little shack, a little house set up, and start building a life for ourselves on Lens Island. The real question becomes, let's open up our map. Where are we going to live? So here's our little spot of the world that we've discovered so far. So you can see we've got this little dark island here. We've got a cave here that the map's sort of directing us to. Let's get a vote in chat. Where do we want to go? Do we want to start building a house or go to the cave and see what's there? In the meantime, I'm gonna get some blueberries. I don't need the tutorials, fortunately. Blueberries, fibers. Look, if you're ever lost in Lens Island, stock up on fibers and blueberries. Yes, 50 times the size. Yeah, I'm not joking when I say that either, Blue. Like, it's unbelievable how much bigger the map is. Like, to give you guys some sort of context, like, my life for around sort of like 3 or 4 months was literally just like building islands non-stop. Like building dungeons, building islands, like just day in, day out, staying up all night, like just building them. And yeah, it was crazy. Like it was absolutely insane. There is like dozens and dozens and dozens of new islands, dozens of new dungeons. Yeah, there's like but like so this island right here, this used to essentially be the whole island. Like this was the world of Lens Island. There was the town, which was smaller than this, which was like a separate scene or a separate world, and that was it. And then now this is like, you know, this is the size of the map is gigantic. Well, you can't really see me go around, but the map is gigantic, and there's islands and coral reefs and caves and all sorts of stuff filling up that whole map. But yeah, we'll go to the cave because Chaos Bean said to go to the cave, so we'll check out the cave. It is actually a marker on the map, so we there's something for us to check out at the cave. All right, here we go. We've got an ominous glowing blue door. Let's activate it, and bam, map updated. So we've got some markers on a map. This is sort of like the generic, you know, go over here and something special is in this location marker. So what this is there's 3 keystones. So Lens Island is sort of full of these locked dungeons around the world, and if you want to unlock these dungeons, you need to unlock the various keystones spread around the landscape. So the first set of keystones is pretty close, pretty easy to access, but then as we go further and further out, you know, there might be a dungeon here, and then a keystone on the other side of the map, and then another keystone over here, and those keystones are down in, like, you know, hard to reach places. So let's start by unlocking some of these keystones around the island. Actually, I'll start on the right one first and start with the easy ones, just to give you guys a bit of an idea of sort of what this looks like. So this really is like the tutorial getting started sort of part of the game. The spawn island, which used to be like the whole world of Lens Island, is basically just the little starting spawn island now. So you get started on this island. The town of Bridgewater is on this island, so you're always going to be coming back to this island over and over and over as you expand and grow and upgrade the town. The town has gone through so many vast changes. It's way different, way better. We get to unlock a really cool thing here at some point too, which is going to help us. I'm not sure if we'll get up to that in this stream. We'll see how we go. We get to expand the docks. We get to, like, the whole town, like, literally grows. Like, you actually get to build the town. You get to build houses for the NPCs and move them in. It's really cool. So I think I overshot it. I did. So we need to go back down here, and I'll get some barrels. So any barrels, any glass I see on the way, I'm going to collect straight away, because, oh, some little crabs. Let's disturb the crabs. Because it's always good to have an excess of salvage metal and glass. Glass is one of those things early game as well. Before you have like a lot of limestone to start refining into glass, it's really like you have very little of it. So it's really good to be searching for any glass bottles that you might find, because every home has to have some beautiful windows, and you can't have windows without glass. So we're currently in a little miniature birch forest here. I'm just getting all the flowers because this is going to come in useful for my crops. Have I gotten any seeds? No. So there is like a rare chance when you harvest flowers and different produce out in the world that you get some of the seeds from them, and that is how you start like seeding and, you know, sowing your crops with the seeds. So it works a little bit different than what it used to work in Lens Island. Previously, you would just plant like the fruit itself or the vegetable, but now we have the seeds. So I have all of my food and farming items and flowers. You may notice some new items in here like pears, mangoes, olives, and then you have the seeds, and you have to actually plant the seeds, and then the sort of the output, the thing that you harvest from it, is then the fruit. We also have a lot of baked goods here, so I'm not going to show too much of that just yet. We'll try and drip through it one thing at a time. All right. I'll try to look at the chat as well, so feel free to just like, blast over any questions, anything. If you want to talk to the creator of the game, if you want to talk to the developer, now's your time to ask any questions you may have, because I'm an open book. I'll answer anything you lay on me. So what do we have? Please increase the game volume. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. I'll increase it in... Here we go. How's this? I just turned it up a bit. Alright. People on Steam, watching on Steam as well, please leave your comments as well, and I will love to get your feedback. I'll make sure the music's... I'll leave it there for now. When's the next update? Alright. 1 second, let me just really quickly double check something. Alright. Okay. Let's get some more Steam comments coming on, everybody. Come on. We've got 1,000 viewers on Steam, and they're much more quiet than the 70 viewers on YouTube. Okay, let's answer a couple questions really quick. Let's blast through this. Yeah, well, absolutely, we'll be adding some more wildlife. Brazilian dev. We've got a few more birds. We've added some finches, crows, seagulls. There's actually some vultures and bats currently in the game. So we added a few more sort of species of birds and some more crabs. We'll continue to add a lot more wildlife as thing goes on. Devil fruits, yeah. I don't know if you know any insider knowledge, Ricardo, but some of us at the studio are big One Piece fans, and we've been wanting to add something akin to devil fruits in the game for a long time now. So I would absolutely love to add something like devil fruits in the future. You can't game pets yet, Emma. We have talked about pets a lot internally. Back when, because Lens Island was actually sort of birthed through Kickstarter, and one of the big things in our Kickstarter that everybody really wanted was pets. So that's been like a priority for us for a long time, is working out a way to include pets or some sort of animal companions. Currently, the top of our list, like our ideas, are trying to make it a little bit more different, a little bit more interesting than the way some other games do it. And we're thinking about doing airborne pets. So airborne pets being parrots. What do we need? 80 wood. Okay, I can do that. Parrots, beehives, fireflies, butterflies, like cool sort of flying, floating pets that can follow you around and actually give you different bonuses. For example, if you have a beehive pet, which could just be basically like a beehive sticking out of your backpack and a big swarm of bees following you around. It means that they could attack enemies for you, and if you're chopping down trees and you disturb a beehive from trees, then the bees in the trees won't kill you anymore. So we're planning, when we include pets, to have some really cool mechanical changes to the game and some cool benefits from having pets, and not just purely be visual. But yeah, they'll still be a little while out until we add pets. It's definitely on the agenda though. But yeah, the idea that I have a cool swarm of fireflies around me while I'm going through the cave, sort of lighting it up, that'd be really cool. I'd like that. By the way, whenever I look over here, that way, I'm talking to you guys. So just pretend like you're sitting next to me. And that's you. We should probably make a home. It's getting a bit dark. Where do I want to live? Oh, look at that. So you can actually see on the map, when we've gone over to this birch island here, we've actually found the edge of a totally brand new island. So, should we make a home on that island? Yeah, let's do it. I'm going to go over that island. It will be a little bit sort of further away from the town, but I think it could be cool. Oh, I'm going to have to swim there because I don't have a boat yet. Okay, now we'll make a house here. We'll play it safe. We'll be smart. Okay, let's set up a quick little shelter. I'm gonna set up like a really quick little shelter, and we'll build a better house momentarily. I've run out of resources. Okay. Previous save file. Yeah. So if you are if you've already owned Lens Island and you come in here for the update and you already have save files, you can still play all of your save files. We've included like a second branch of the game. So this new version, the Uncharted Waters update, this new version of the game is like the new default version of Lens Island. But you can go into the game settings, and activate the second legacy branch, and all of your save files will be in there. You'll still be able to play the old game, just as you were before. But this is like literally a completely new game, so your save files won't work because it is a procedurally generated, completely different new world. So yeah, I'm just trying to get down to bed so it's not so dark. There we go. Okay, that's don't judge me for my house, everybody. I'm gonna quickly destroy it before anyone sees it. Alright. You all saw nothing. You all saw nothing. Honestly, I've seen some pretty janky shacks made by playtesters and other people playing in my time. I'm just going to take a second just to little appreciation time for one of our developers, Cheddar or Ivan. Ivan and I spent like literally probably months working on the water that you can see right here. Like the glistening of the water with the sunlight, like this shader and how it all reacts. We spent a very long time getting this, and it looks really beautiful. So I really like playing the game during sunrise because it just makes me happy that all of that time was sort of well worth it. So yeah, everybody give big thanks to Cheddar, everybody. Get out your cheese emojis. Okay, I need what do we need? I feel like let's do the last keystone. Now that it's daytime, let's do the last keystone. Let's get that over with. And then we'll start building a house. I feel like I'm just running back and forth, rambling, and I'm not actually progressing in the game. Look at that, lots of cheese for Cheddar. Alright. Right through town. You can see Bridgewater's looking pretty abandoned, so I'm not going to tell too much about the lore or anything. You may notice that we're pretty... I like to allude to a lot of things and be very vague with the lore of Lens Island, completely on purpose, because I really want to drip feed the story and the lore over time, and sort of really slowly construct the mystery of Lens Island and the story behind it. So, if you're thinking like, wow, like this is, what's the backstory behind this game? Where did lead come from? What are these bad creatures everywhere? We give you little hints. We give you little bits of sort of information that you can try and piece together. A lot of it will be mysterious, and then as we continue to update the game throughout early access and onto our final release, you'll start to get more and more of the puzzle stitched together. And then the final version of the game, you'll be able to piece together all of the lore behind the game. So currently in a little dark forest area. You can see there's actually some enemies above ground here. So you have to be careful in the dark forests. You will actually get enemies above ground, which is a first for Lens Island. There's previously never been enemies above ground before. But in this new update, there's different biomes, and with different biomes come different enemies. Some of the biomes are a lot more safe than others. Yeah, we're actually still using the standard built-in render pipeline, Brazilian dev. It's been very interesting to work with. It's pretty robust. but very limited as far as features. But yeah, like the Lens Island game, like this started about five and a half years ago as essentially like a little side project that I did in Unity 2017 or 2016. I think it might have started in 2016, maybe. So yeah, we've had to upgrade the game through several versions, through several game engines over time. So it's always sort of lagged behind a little bit as far as like the rendering pipelines and things we use. But we've had to do a lot of really creative problem solving and creative rendering tricks to make the game still look really beautiful with sort of what we have. And I feel like we've done a pretty good job. Alright, I'm just getting some coal. I'm getting some of the rocks that are here in this little cave. I can also light my my lamp here. Oh, I missed it twice. There we go. And we have our final keystone. Okay, and then we got hit by the crab. Mid-light. Always get the crabs before you light the keystones, everybody. I might as well get this last stone while I'm here. You will not get copy strike to the music. So Lars Eric in chat, who you can all see, he is the composer for all of the amazing songs. So something that's really cool about this update that I feel like so many people are going to appreciate is we've made a whole new soundtrack. So there is a complete new second album of Lens Island. There's around 18 new tracks. So there's like 18 brand new, fully featured songs specifically made for all of the new zones, all the new biomes and caves and enemies in Lens Island. So Lars and another composer, Arslan, did an incredible job with the music. So yeah, you're going to enjoy sort of running around listening to the tunes of Lens Island even more so now. Alright, those are all the keystones done. We can see our cave is now lit up blue. So the game's wanting us to go back to the cave, so we shall go back to the cave, or the dungeon, and here we go. So we can actually see all of the sigils are unlocked for every keystone. So these sigils are actually, you can keep track of what keystones you've unlocked with this sigils that light up. Bam. We have our first dungeon unlocked. The first of many. Let me answer some more questions real quick. How is everything, Julian? Everything is good. I am very tired. So if you notice some like baggy eyes, it's currently 5 AM in Brisbane and I've been up all night. But I'm having a great time. You know, we've been pouring our heart and soul into this update for like almost a year now. So it is really a massive relief to finally be able to share this with the world, because it's definitely very I can't find the right descriptor, the right word for all the expression, but it's very difficult as a developer to update a game sort of in private. Meanwhile, you've got, you know, all of the player base and everyone going sort of, you know, like holding up their pitchforks asking why the game's not updated. Meanwhile, we're literally just like pulling all-nighters at the office for months on straight, updating the game, trying our absolute hardest. So it's cool being able to like finally show you all why, like what we've been working on, why we've been working so hard and what we've been doing. We really, like, you know, Lens Island is my life. It's you know, all of us developers, it's our lives, you know, it's our livelihood. So we care about this game a whole lot. It's our, you know, what we do. So it's really cool just being able to finally showcase it to all of you that like, hey, yeah, we've been working our butts off. And this is why. We've basically made a whole new game from the ground up. Yeah, so things are going good, tired. Definitely need to get some more sleep over the New Year's and Christmas break. So I'm just very much looking forward to sort of recouping my energy a little bit, because we've been we've been working very hard to get this all out the door. And it's well worth it though. Well worth it. Okay, I'm gonna slowly sort of construct a little home here. Man, I keep running out of wood. And then we need to place a workbench. Like, I still haven't even done the tutorial of the game. So usually you would set up a workbench earlier than what I did. I feel like I sort of did a bit of nomading for a little while, just sort of running around aimlessly. I'm also dying of hunger, so let's eat some blueberries. So I want to get my hunger above half. So when your hunger is below half, you don't heal at all. When your hunger is above half, then you'll passively heal over time. and then when your hunger's at 0, that's when you'll sort of get hurt, get damaged over time. But you'll only get damaged until half health, and then you won't get damaged anymore after that. Let's chuck in a staircase there. Yeah, we'll put one there. I'm gonna make a 2-story home. I'm sort of just getting future-proofed. And then we'll set our spawn point at the bed. Okay, so we have the beginnings of a house, everybody. Let's quickly marvel at the house. There we go. Just get a nice little painting shot. Okay, everybody, just remember this moment. This is the start of our little humble abode in Lens Island, and we'll see where we end up at the end of the stream. Look, it's not much, but it's home. Okay, let's catch up on chat. I missed a couple questions. I missed some of what you've been saying. Okay. Try a little bit of screen shake. Yeah, for sure. Screen shake can be cool. One thing we definitely have to watch out for is like people with vertigo and motion sickness can have a lot of issues with screen shake. That's also why we did include like a screen shake toggle in the menu to be able to disable it. But it can actually sort of like prompt getting like motion sickness and vertigo if you have like too much sort of global movement of the camera happening. So there's sometimes where it's like you have to sort of save those more heavy-handed effects for the more like acute moments and not have it sort of over the whole gameplay. But in general, like yeah, like that stuff can be really nice. Like add to the experience and just make it a lot more sort of involved. All right. Okay, so we need a workbench. We need a raft. Let's build a workbench and then build a raft. Actually, can I build a raft straight away? I can't remember. I should know this. Because I actually decided when the raft gets unlocked. Yeah, so there we go. 2 people. Yeah, vertigo and motion sickness. Yeah, as I've sort of I have a couple friends with vertigo and motion sickness, and I've talked to like a fair few game players of Lens Island over the past year or two that have had motion sickness, and we've made a few changes over the past few months to sort of help with that, as well as some people with color blindness as well, and like varying types of color blindness. It's helped to influence some of the color palettes that we have in the game. But I'm very always very cautious of how changes that we'll do to motion and colors and animations will affect people with all sorts of a varying degree of like what they can sort of handle. All right, how much wood do we have? 92. We're about to full up. Okay, so let's build this workbench. I'll go down to my bottom level. Well, where do I want to build it? My staircase is there. Let's build it. I hate building things sort of like away from the player, but that's okay. So did we unlock the raft? I don't know, did we? No, we did. It's the next workbench level. Okay, I should know that. So what do I need? A little bit of salvage metal, wood. Okay. What should I craft first? So this is our workbench. I feel like I should explain a bit more of the game. This is our workbench. This is our hub. You know, all of our crafting and sort of like progression. This is one of the main points of that. So I can upgrade my workbench. I just need a couple more items to upgrade the workbench. This is where I craft all my tools and weapons. So if we want to dive into the dungeon, getting a torch is probably going to be important. I'm going to get a torch. I'm going to have to get a hotbar. I've been getting some skill points and I haven't been paying attention. So the first skill point I'm going to use for my hotbar. So this is the skill tree. We've added a brand new skill tree to the game. There's various sort of branches that you can go on, all these different skills. Some are really, really sort of interesting, you know, quite varied. This is the extended hotbar slot. So let's unlock that, and you can see we just got our 5th hotbar slot. So that's going to be awesome. We've got one more skill point. So we could save up. We could save up and get some more health, or we could get some increased mining or damage bonus. I don't know. I'll leave it for now. Maybe you guys have some suggestions. And I'll get a sword. So let's craft our first iron sword. That's going to help us in the dungeons a lot. And now I've run out of iron. So we're going to have to go up to this sort of stage in the game now where we've got our little shack, we've got our keystones, and we need some more iron and coal. Like, we basically need to start getting resources to start like properly progressing in the game and crafting a lot more items. And the place to do that is in the dungeons, in the caves. One thing I will do is, do we have any seeds? Because I'd like to start getting a farm going while I'm sort of dungeon diving. Okay, cool. We've got a pear tree, we've got pumpkins, we've got blueberries. Let's start getting a quick farm going. I think I might build my farm sort of out here, actually, sort of separate from the house. Plant all the blueberries first, and then we'll plant all of the pumpkins. The trees are brand new to Lens Island, so the fruit trees, they take up a whole plot, but they grow into like quite a large tree. Oh, I'm gonna need a watering can. I forgot about that. Can I craft one? Damn it. Okay, so they're not really gonna grow, but that's fine. We'll get some iron, we'll get some coal, and yeah, we'll venture down the dungeons for a little bit and get some resources so we can expand the home. Yeah, blueberry breakfast. Okay, how are all of you going? Are any of you dual playing, watching the stream and playing yourselves? I know that can be always a bit of fun. Oh, sorry, I've been ignoring Steam a little bit. I thought Steam would come through one of my chat windows, but it appears it has not. So I'm gonna catch up on some of the Steam questions. I'm so sorry, Steam users. Okay. Where'd you go draw the inspiration for the player animations? Well, for the player animations, honestly, we wanted to try to keep things as smooth, fluid, and realistic as possible. I feel like those are probably like the best descriptions. So a lot of the animations are from like motion capture. I forgot my my pickaxe. Oh, that's fine. There's a utility box here. If you ever forget one of your weapons down in the first cave, there's a utility box here that you can sort of re-equip your stuff. But yeah, so a lot of the animation libraries that we use for animations, and then the ones that I made myself, were mocapped, you know, like realistic mocapped animations that we've tweaked and sort of made work with the game. Trying to just make it really smooth and realistic, it's just a bit more believable. So we try our best. I'm definitely no animator, so we try our best. We are a very small team, so it's sort of the best that we could do with our resources. Any chance the game will be multiplayer? Yeah, so the goal, the release goal for Lens Island is to make Lens Island multiplayer. Unfortunately, like, we're not going to promise, like, outright promise anything in the past, because there's so many different routes we could take Lens Island, you know. Lens Island could be more in the direction of, you know, going to like a Nintendo Switch or Steam Deck and consoles, or more in the direction of multiplayer and staying on computer. There's a lot of different directions we could take it, and because we're such a small team, we can't do all those directions all at once. We have to sort of pick and choose. So at the moment, multiplayer is at the top of the list. So that's what we're going to start to sort of dive into over next year, over 2023. Is starting to dive into multiplayer and what it would take to sort of... we've already started in some areas, but it's going to take a lot of work to get it multiplayer. But I would absolutely love, like, yeah, playing Lens Island co-op with your friends would be just so much fun. Okay, so right now we're on the lookout for coal and iron. So a really good way to just like quickly tell if a rock is coal or iron, just hover your mouse over it and you'll see there'll be like little bits of sort of ingots or shards that will light up. Oh, and now I've got a little... There we go. Yeah, you'll see the bits of shards like embedded in the stone, and they'll light up, and they'll be like a really good indicator if it sort of has something in it, the stone. Because you can see here's a normal stone, it doesn't have anything, no sort of light spots, but then this one has some light spots. Alright, I'll catch up on some more Steam questions. Thanks everybody tuning in on Steam. We're currently live on YouTube and Steam at the same time, so we're live on the Flow Studio YouTube channel. We've actually documented, for anyone on Steam that doesn't know, we've documented the development of Lens Island for many years. This game started just as a solo project by me around 5 years ago, and it's sort of grown over time into what it is now. But we are a tiny team. There was basically 3 developers that you know, ended up finishing this update. We've had a lot of helping hands in between, but yeah, we're a very small team. So yeah, we've been working very hard to get this update out, and I'm very excited that today is the launch day for Uncharted Waters, so all of you amazing people get to play the game, and hopefully you like it. Because we've had a lot of fun. We've had a lot of fun play testing it, and just generally just sort of, you know, getting lost within the game. Oh man, these crabs just don't let off. Get out of here. Alright. I'll answer some more Steam questions while I'm mining. Yeah, it would be interesting to see this game in like a first-person or third-person view. I totally agree. It's when I was doing a lot of early development, I did play around with some different camera angles, and this is sort of where we settled on. That sort of was like the most cohesive for gameplay. Unfortunately, sometimes like you think games, you go like, oh, imagine if Diablo was first-person or whatever, and then like for example in Lens Island, a couple times I mucked around with it and like just moved the camera to like Lens head, and I played it like it was a first-person game, and it looked terrible. It was so bad. I was like, this is the worst game ever. So sometimes looks can be deceiving. Yeah, so if you want to play Uncharted Waters, you will have to start a new game, because it effectively is a whole new game. So Lens Island Uncharted Waters, it's an update, but realistically it's Lens Island 2. We've effectively made a whole new version of the game. It's now procedurally generated, a gigantic new world, lots of new items, a skill tree. There's so many things, I can't sort of even list them all off, but there is still the legacy version of the game, so you can go into your branches on Steam at any time, and just switch over your branch to the old version of the game. You'll be able to access all of your save files, and you'll be able to sort of keep playing from where you left off on the older version. But this will be a fresh start for everybody. Yes, we have rain now. There's a full weather system included in the game. There's rain, there's the thunderstorms, foggy days, windy days, there's even sandstorms. Okay, we have enough iron just to sort of get set up. I don't want to go too deep in the caves just yet. I just want to get this house, some weapons set up a little bit, maybe even get a raft, and then we'll come back down to this dungeons after that. Okay. Yeah, so there is an end goal. There is a lot more definitive progression and sort of like storyline, I guess, in this new version of Lens Island. So you sort of get ferried around the map, completing various dungeons and completing various goals, and there's the whole progression of unlocking the town and upgrading the town. So there is a lot more like progression and goals and objectives in the game than ever before. So it's really easy to sort of get like lost in, oh okay, I need to save up some wood to do this thing, and oh no, that's right, I need to get a raft, and you sort of have like this checklist of all these different things that you're trying to complete. So it's very easy to sort of get lost in the progression in this current version of the game. Should we upgrade the town yet? I feel like upgrading the town could be a good thing to get done early. So I'm gonna let's look around for some clay, for some stone, and we'll have a look at upgrading the town. What inspired you for this art style? Honestly, this art style is just sort of my personal style. When I very first started making the game, I was basically just slowly constructing this style, and this is just what I thought looked good. For me, as like because I come from like an artist, graphic design background, so just everything you see here was effectively I made. But we have had a couple of amazing artists, such as like Daniel Ang, work on some icons, and like the splash art for the game was made by Daniel. But all of the actual game worlds that you can see, I don't really know. It's just like what I thought looked good. I'm definitely like a big believer in aesthetics above fidelity as an artist. So I think aesthetics are everything. If you get the right aesthetics, if it looks cool, if it just feels good, you know, has the right colors, has the right silhouettes and like patterns, and if you get the feeling right, it doesn't matter if it's really detailed and, you know, crazy graphics, or if it's really simple. If you have the aesthetics right, then you can sort of nail it. So for me, this art style is basically me focusing on the aesthetics first, and then letting everything else sort of fall into place. I don't even have an axe on me. Okay, I'm gonna have to go back to my home, get an axe. if you didn't know, the workbench that you build, there's actually a utility chest inside the workbench. I'll show you, just down there, like that. It's actually that's one of the big negatives of having your workbench backwards. So don't do what I did and have a backwards workbench. Let's build a little balcony here, and then there we go. Cool. Here's our little utility box, and I can get my axe back. Let's replace it there. Cool. Already trying to extend the home, and I haven't even done anything yet. Okay, so we need 100 wood. What did we need? 100 wood, 100 stone, 50 fibers, 50 clay. Yeah, that'll be pretty easy. That won't take us long at all to do. So we'll quickly get that. We'll upgrade the town, because once I've upgraded the town to level 1, the growing town, then we'll be able to get some plots of land, and we can move in some NPCs and start to trade. Because like the second we start trading, that's when we can start to get a bit more gold and start to buy a backpack, start to sort of snowball a little bit. And we'll also get the builder. The builder will be really cool because we can buy blueprints from the builder for our home. Oh, we've got bees. And we can also buy wood, stone, and sell them as well if we need extra money. Yeah, so Viz, we will actually be doing a detailed roadmap in the coming days and coming to the weeks. So the patch notes, the update post that I released just before, is a little bit more brief. I just sort of wanted to get straight to the point and just release the update for everybody so you could all play it. I'll be doing a more detailed blog post on our website in the coming days, sort of detailing all the actual new stuff in the update and specifically what's in. And then we'll be doing a roadmap. We'll be releasing our roadmap in the next couple of weeks. Basically what the plan is for 2022. So all of that will be coming very soon. Offline said, you can't zoom in at the moment, Tracy, but we have been seeing a lot of requests coming in for different like sort of camera zoom levels. So if it's something that people would really like in the game, I would definitely be happy to add it. It's something that we really try to have like a light-handed approach to adding new features, where if enough people want it, we're always happy to add things, but we always need to make sure that we're sort of adding the right things in the right place in the game. It's actually got a foggy day at the moment, so we need a little bit more clay and fibers. But yeah, so pending that it doesn't have any issues with like combat or building or farming or whatever, we could absolutely add some more zoom levels. Because that is another one of those accessibility options too, Sometimes people might want to zoom in so they can get a bit closer view of the world, or actually zoom out a little bit, because it can sort of help reduce motion sickness if the world's a little bit smaller and it's not all sort of scrolling so quickly. Honestly, I love the fact that Len doesn't hop into a bed and sleep. I don't know, maybe it's just because I'm like trying to like optimize my gameplay, but I can just like click the button, there's like walk away straight away. For me, it's always like annoying when I'm like forced to like do the sleep animation in a game and like look at the ceiling, just like sitting there just waiting. But I don't know, maybe I'm different. Yeah, if and when multiplayer happens, there would absolutely be difficulty scaling. So yeah, if you had a group of 4 friends all playing in a world together, then that world would be harder. Enemies would be more difficult. Things would have to sort of balanced accordingly to however many people are in that sort of local area. Okay. We have. Oh, what am I? I think I've got everything actually. I should have gone back up to the town. I'm dying of hunger again, man. I'm not very good at streaming and playing Lens Island. I'm just working out. I keep just like running around, not knowing what I'm doing. I can't think of 2 things at the same time. I'm not very good at that. All right, let's upgrade this town. So here we go, the established town. Let's upgrade. Bam. So that's a big step for us. That is a really big step. So if we go to the inn, we've got Kevin the fisherman. Hello, Kev. And then we've got Steph. Hey, Steph. And that's a florist and then a fisherman. So let's everybody cast your votes. Who do we want to move into the town first? A florist, or a fisherman? Let's build them a house first. Oh, should we build them a house yet? I don't know. We've also got a builder. We've got Omar the builder. So we could talk to Omar. We can now buy and sell clay, stone, wood, and glass. Omar also sells a various amount of blueprints. So this is where we can buy blueprints to unlock all sorts of really cool sort of decorational items for our house. Wow, lots of fishermen's. Okay. I didn't expect you'll just love the fishermen. Okay. Okay. Well, seeing as you all love Kev so much, let's go get some resources to build a home. So here's one of the plots of land that we've unlocked here. So we just have to start building a house. I mean, I really should have got a glass of water. I'll probably get one in a minute because I've been doing so much talking. I've got a dry throat. I am biased. So yeah. So a fun fact: the florist Steph is actually designed after my fiance Steph in real life. So Steph is literally just my fiance in real life, and the fisherman Kevin is my dad. He's just modelled after my dad. So it's just my family in Lens Island. Martinell is the farmer. That's Martin. He's one of the developers. So basically everyone in the game besides me. I just added all my friends and family into the game. And some of the NPCs are also Kickstarter backers. So this game was backed by Kickstarter, you know, sort of over a year ago. And some of our amazing Kickstarter backers got their own NPCs sort of in the game. So you'll start to see more of those Kickstarter backers NPCs as you sort of unlock more of the town. Okay, I think we've probably got just enough supplies to build Kevin a house. So, okay. Oh no, we need stone. We need stone for the foundation floors. Okay. Yeah, let's get the stone. Is there a flower island? So there are birch forest islands, and they're just completely covered in flowers. Beautiful coloured, like orange and yellow and red trees, and they've got like this bright yellow grass. So I guess you could call them flower islands. There's no mushroom islands yet, but the new biomes that we've added into the game. There are sort of regular forests. There are tropical islands. There are birch forests. There are deserts. What else is there? I forget one of the biomes. I think I'm forgetting something. There's a lot of new biomes. Oh, there's Mediterranean islands. There's Mediterranean like plains islands. They're really beautiful, like these big sandstone cliffs. They look really cool. No seasons, just a weather system for now. Are there armors? So there's actually sort of like two versions of armor, I guess you could say, in the game. So there's various types of shields that you can unlock and craft throughout Lens Island, and those shields can apply armor blocking, and you can also use them to actively block like much more increased amounts of damage and block attacks from enemies. And then we have the skill tree. So with the skill tree here, we can actually increase our health pool, and our health bar actually grows over time. So there's also status effects that we can get from potions and food, and they can give us like added armor as well. So that we're sort of like going a different route with the armor at the moment. And there's also different player clothing that you can unlock too and sort of experiment with. Okay, Kevin's gonna get a little home for now because I don't have the supplies to build him a gigantic home. I'm still just trying to build my own home, let alone someone else's. Okay, so we're slowly getting there. So we have to build him a roof and a bed, so he has something that he can sleep in. Yeah, so there's new buildings, there's new upgrades, there's all sorts of new stuff. So we've added some new construction items. There's foundation extensions, and there's what are they? Half-turn stairs. Which one are they? Half-turn stairs. There are, well, you can't see them, but there's now wood piles and stone piles. So there's storage for your excess stone and wood. There's a new smelter there's alchemy tables, there's void chests, there's a bunch of new decoration items, and then a lot of the farming has also been upgraded and changed. So the water towers can now be upgraded, and you can upgrade like big farming systems over your plots of land and upgrade the amount of farms that get watered. Or we just leveled up again. Okay, I think I'm going to use that second level up point for... I think I'll use it for some added health. I think the extra health will be pretty good. Extra 25 health. So currently we're at 100. Yeah, let's get the health. Okay, so you can see that health bar just upgraded up to 125. So if I eat some food, we'll be able to see that grow. Do we have enough wood for... How much do we have? 50. I think we have the bare minimum. Yeah, all the UI I made by hand myself from scratch. I used to be a graphic designer, so every bit of graphic you see in the game was made by me. Okay, sorry Kevin, you got a basic house. We'll chuck a bed in here, and then should we give him a light? We have to give him a light. We have to give him something good. We have a light and a little rug to wipe his feet on, and then a little bookshelf. This is actually pretty cute. This isn't too bad. Oh, it's a little bit bad. It's a little bit bad. Okay, so now we've got our bed and our building, so we're ready to move Kevin in. So you can see here, here's our little sort of NPC profiles that give us an idea of what the NPCs are going to trade. So you can see Steph the florist. We can actually trade all these resources here, and she has blueprints for some various like pot plants. And then Kevin trades all the fish, of course, and actually sells a couple blueprints for like a fish bowl and a ship in a bottle. So we'll move in Fisherman Kev. There we go, here he's popped up. Hello, thank you for this place to stay, I appreciate it. You can find me at the docks once I finish moving in. So Kevin's going to move into his house now. And then hopefully tomorrow when we come back, he'll be all set up at the docks. And we'll be able to start sort of trading with Kevin. So let's go back to our own home for now. Let's craft a couple weapons, because that was the original plan of going to the cave. So we wanted to get some iron and coal to craft some weapons. Do I still have that iron and coal? I didn't use it for anything. Okay, yep, I do. We want to craft some better gear, so we can go back down to the dungeons. Hopefully finish the dungeons, and then come back up, and then basically see what else there is to do. There's a lot to do. Like there's, we're only scraping the surface of Lens Island right now. We haven't even left the spawn island. So yeah, there is a lot to do. I also need to build a watering can. So let's do that first. Let's get this watering can, and water these crops. So we'll go to our workbench, craft our watering can, equip that there. Okay, and give these crops some water. I'll probably build a well as well, because I'm a little bit far away from a water source. Just some wooden fibers. Oh, actually, I'm just going to make the walk for now. You can just run into any body of water, and they'll fill up your watering can. But if you're living further away from any water sources, then you're going to have to make a well. There's not too much deep backstory. There's a little bit, but that's something we're definitely going to expand on a lot over time. All the NPC backstory, just like the story of the game overall, is something that I'm really excited to spend a lot more time on as we like sort of further develop Lens Island. You can see our crops sort of responded well to being watered. They're definitely waiting for it. Let's get my axe back, and just to get a little bit more wood and fibers so we can craft some more weapons. Yeah, I'm in the office right now, so you can. Let me bring up so I can see what you're looking at. Here's the office. There you go. There's Flow Studio sign. I won't show everywhere because I don't know what junk we have lying around. But yes, we're at the office. I did a studio tour on the YouTube channel not too long ago. Okay, so we're gonna get some fibers. We're gonna get some wood, the bare essentials, and then get some upgraded tools, because we desperately need a better pick and axe. I think realistically, like sort of like the checklist from when you're starting a new game in Lens Island is like build a little shack, build a home, get the town to level 1. And then build one of each iron tool. So get an iron sword, get an iron axe, get an iron pickaxe. And then you're pretty well set off. Like you got like a pretty good setup where you can start to sort of expand and explore the world a bit better. Okay, so let's upgrade at our pick. Let's get rid of our watering can. What do we need? More fibers. That's easy. Got some right down here. We also unlocked an ability with our new sword. So as you upgrade items and craft better weapons, some of those weapons have abilities. So this sword has a W ability, which is this cool, like sort of 360 slash. Okay, craft the axe. Okay, so we need some salvage metal in order to upgrade the workbench to the next level. Salvage metal comes from barrels, and barrels can come from two places. You can get them washed up on the beach. How much salvage metal do we have? 12. You can get it washed up on the beach, and you can get it from the dungeons or the caves. So hopefully we'll be able to find enough just by going down to the caves. I think we're pretty good to go. I think we're set up. I'll just equip a little bit more blueberries. Another really nice quality of life change that we made recently is when you eat food now, the food automatically tops up from your backpack. Previously, you'd have to sort of like try and equip it from your backpack when you're in the middle of a fight. It was really difficult. But now, food just takes a little second to eat. And then once you've finished a stack of food, if there's more food in your inventory, it'll automatically move straight back into your hotbar and keep filling it up. Let's turn on our torch. Okay, so let's get ready. I want to try and finish this whole dungeon. This is like a relatively short dungeon compared to the other ones in the game, because it is just one of the starting dungeons. But I want to get through here, and then we'll be ready to make a raft and sort of explore some more of the map. So if you notice these little the little circles popping up on your weapon, if you are new to Lens Island, those are crits. Those are critical hits. That's one of like the key things to Lens Island when you're whether you're resource gathering or fighting enemies, or even I guess farming. You need to hit crits. That's pretty much like the optimal way to play Lens Island. Is you really got to time all of your clicks to when you see that circle, and then it'll proc a crit, and then you do extra damage. So crits also stun enemies. If you do a critical hit, you'll notice the enemy sort of turns like a yellow color instead of turning red, and that means the enemy's stunned and they won't attack you for like a split moment. So you can effectively just stun lock enemies if you crit them. Also going to heal up at a brazier. There's lots of braziers sort of all around Lens Island, so if you're down in the caves, you can sort of treat them as like sort of checkpoints. You can use a little bit of coal to light them. So they are expensive. If you're lighting every single one of them, they will start to eat away at your coal a little bit. But if you're struggling in the caves or if you need some extra health on the go, they're really, really good to heal up from. The other little tip is all of your abilities. So any like a W, E, R ability that your weapon might have, all of your abilities automatically apply crits. So you may notice if I do that W without proccing like a crit on a circle, it automatically stun the enemy. Oh, I've already got someone to ban in chat, I see. One moment. Alright. Sorry, just some weird YouTube spam. There we go, done. Okay, cool, let's back to it. Alright. So bring the chat up. Also just going to see if I missed out on any questions across Steam and YouTube. How is everybody going? How are we? Okay, I'm trying to just navigate to the Steam page currently. See the chat. Alright, cool. Sorry, I'm just making sure I've got all of my chats open so I can see all your stuff coming through. Okay, let's keep going forward. There are some more sort of like other areas to explore and do mining around here. I'm gonna sort of speed run through this cave a little bit because I'd love to show you some more of like the new content in Uncharted Waters, and a lot of that new content you need to make a raft and go explore on the ocean. So we'll try to get through this cave relatively quickly. Quick little tip, you can actually jump on these bugs to kill them. Yeah, it's really satisfying if you time like the jumps to like exactly when the bug tries to attack you. Okay, you got some more salvage metal. That's actually great because we needed some more. We needed 15 salvage metal to upgrade our workbench. So we already have enough to upgrade our workbench to level 1. When we upgrade our workbench, that will give us enough to make our raft. Yeah, but Bowden did a pickaxe only run with the original Lens Island. He was actually in chat before, but yeah, pretty nuts. Yeah, that would be really difficult to do a pickaxe only run of Lens Island. I wouldn't recommend it. All right, let's deal with all of them. Oh, we've got some gold coins up there, so let's quickly get them. Always make sure you sort of look in all the hidden corners across all the caves and dungeons, because you will definitely find little stashes of loot in especially sort of hard to reach places, little sort of parkour areas. Alright, deal with some little voidlings. With these spawners, you just really have to get to them quickly. So if you're having a hard time with spawners, the trick is to sort of go against your instinct and you just sort of like run straight at the enemies and just run straight to the spawner, and you just gotta kill the spawner as quickly as possible, because otherwise they'll just keep coming at you. Alright, let's eat up with our blueberries a little bit. We're getting close to one of the... Whoops, that's a pickaxe. We're getting close to a bit more of a difficult fight, or an encounter. So the encounters in Lens Island, they're like boss fights. You sort of get locked in a room. Yeah, it's about to get a bit more tense in a second. But I definitely skipped a lot of these caves. So if you're playing through this starting cave, make sure you look around, because there's a lot of resources. A lot of resources to sort of find and gather around here. Okay, let's do it. So once you go past this wall, the wall's going to go up, and we're sort of locked in this boss fight. So here's the sort of like one of the first sort of combat challenges in the game. That is a bit harder. There's actually 4 egg sacs that we have to complete, and a couple of voids to kill. So let's do it. Let's go in. So we've got 2 voids, a couple egg sacs. So definitely the strategy with this fight is to sort of walk around in a circle and try to get these egg sacs one by one. So I'm just sort of going to go through, land a couple of hits on the egg sac, and then sort of run away. Not sort of stay there too long, because you're just going to get jumped by the big horde of enemies. And make sure to use your abilities too. So I'm going to keep using my W ability as I go by, just to land that sort of running critical hit on these egg sacs. That's going to really help to get them down. Alright, 1 egg sac down. 2 down. 3 down. Okay, cool. So now I just gotta deal with the horde of enemies. So I'll wait for my W to get off cooldown. Bam, look at that big. So you can see all of them just got stunned then, which means none of them can hit me. Deal with a couple of rest. There we go. Alright. First fight down. So that's why critical hits are so important too. That would have been a way harder fight if I wasn't landing any critical hits. Okay, we actually have a villager trapped down here. Let's have a look. Jared the Blacksmith. Hello, I've been trapped down here for weeks. You've cleared out all the voidlings. Thank you. There are nasty creatures, I agree. Now the coast is clear, I can quickly escape back to Bridgewater. If you can help me build a house, I'll set up my blacksmith shop in Bridgewater. I'll even give you a great deal for your first purchase. Oh, thanks, Jared. Cool, so we just found another NPC. So he will be waiting for us back at the inn where all the NPCs go. He's left a little note. Looks like Jared didn't think he was going to get out. Poor Jared. It's alright, Jared, you're safe now. And this is the end of just the first sort of tutorial dungeon. So let's collect our winnings, and now we can sort of teleport. Actually, before I leave, gotta get the mushrooms. So now we can sort of teleport out of the dungeon, and this will basically lead us straight back to the start for a quick little exit. And this will also unlock the next dungeon on our map for the next ring of islands in the game. So this is effectively like the combat side of the tutorial island complete. However, I just sort of blasted through it as quick as I could. there's a lot more to see in that cave that I didn't go through. So, yeah, just make sure you spend a bit more time down there. Oh, cool, we've even got some crops ready. Perfect. So our blueberries are ready to harvest, and I'll replant those blueberries straight away. Hop in bed. So if I open up my map, you can see my map's glowing, and we now have a new marker on our map. So that's the next dungeon. So now the plan is to, let's build a raft. So we upgrade our workbench levels. We just need a little bit more wood and fibers. Then we can unlock raft blueprints and make our first raft. We make towns and cities. It depends. It depends, I guess, because there's already a town. There's a town of Bridgewater, which is just beside me. Well, you can't see it now, but there is a town on this island. Yeah, so you will be able to expand Bridgewater, and you can build it up quite a bit, and you will continue to sort of grow all of the upgrade levels of Bridgewater over the time. So you can upgrade it to 3 levels at the moment. And in future updates, we'll keep expanding that, so you can make Bridgewater into like a really massive, cool, upgraded city. And you'll also be able to change the whole style of the town, make it more sort of Mediterranean looking, or like the pagoda style. You get to sort of really change a lot about it. But there may be other towns elsewhere in the world in the future. We'll have to see. Bam! New workbench level upgraded. So here's all of our item collection too. So you can see this gives us a preview of all the different weapons to collect in Lens Islands. There's a lot of weapons, and there's going to be a lot more added over time. So we have some new weapons now too. We have our spear, iron hammer, and iron battle axe. I'll leave it up to you to vote. We also have our first shield. So I'm going to go get some wood so I can craft that shield. And while I'm getting the shield, I'll let you all pick what I should use as my first weapon. So spears, you have a little bit more reach. Easier sort of like keep enemies at a distance and sort of poke them. So if you're struggling a little bit with combat, it can be good. However, you have to be quite accurate. We had a funky little tree doing some weird stuff over there. But yes, you've got to be pretty accurate with the spears. Battle axes, you can pretty much just like spam them, and you're just going to hit anything. And then the hammers, a little bit harder to use, but they do a lot of damage when you use them correctly. So there's definitely some very different play styles with the different weapons in the game. No bows currently in the game. There are sort of other forms of projectile combat that we're looking to add, but there's also potions and some other cool things that sort of mix up this update. All right, let's go battle axe. We've got a couple votes for battle axe, and I'll make a shield too, and we can be an official Viking now. So we've got our battle axe and our shield. Here we go. Let's just updated screenshot mode time. So here's what we're currently looking like of our current home. Looking pretty good. Okay. So we want to make a raft. Do I have enough stuff to make a raft? Just a couple fibers. That's easy. How many fibers was it? 20? Got 15. Awesome. The rafts are pretty cheap to make, by the way. So if you ever get stranded on an island somewhere, all it takes is just getting a little bit of fiber and wood. There's also different styles of rafts. So if I go to the different styles here, you can see there's all these different raft styles, different colored sails made out of different colored wood. And the styles change everything in the game. So in case you didn't know, I can build out of the pagoda style, which is really, really cool. I added that with the pagoda update at the start of this year. We've got our ornate building style, very reminiscent of sort of Mediterranean buildings, our stone, and then our wood building style. I'm going to use the stone raft because that actually has a blue sail, and I love blue. So let's hop on board, and let's open up our map. So we basically see to head directly to the right. So we're going to set sail on our little raft and start exploring, yeah, some of this new procedurally generated islands. So it's sort of like a really interesting system that we have for this procedural generation, because it's procedurally generated map. All the map shuffles around. The name of your world is actually the seed for your map, so you can, oh yeah, I'll turn on the music. You can recreate worlds and layouts by seeds, but there's infinite sort of generations of the way that they can sort of be formatted. But then all of the individual islands and sort of chunks within those islands are hand built. So every little bush, every blade of grass, every pebble, basically I made by hand, and I dragged there and rotated around until it looked perfect. So it's like a really cool blend of like a hand built world, but then it still has like the replayability and procedurally generation sort of stuff. So cool, we've actually found a new island here. So we have some a little shack here. Honestly, this would be a pretty cool spot for our home, I think. Maybe we should move our home to here. So we have our first island that we've found. So we've got a nice little birch forest island. Cool little river running through it too. It would be like really cool to build a home over this river. And then it also has a little farming area too, where like obviously little farmers once lived on this island. And it's like a little farm. So we could just totally take over this farm, make this farm our own, and then expand this house. And yes, Len does swim. I'm in sort of knee-deep water here. It's not deep enough to swim. But can I swim here? Oh, there's a little fishing pool here too. If I get deep enough, I can swim. There we go. But yeah, it's definitely a lot quicker to use a raft. I would suggest boating instead of swimming. Okay, this is a pretty cool island. Get some flowers. If you ever see flowers, make sure to get them right away. Or get some bottles. Because there's a chance... More bottles. There's a chance that the flowers will drop seeds. And that's going to be a really good way to sort of extend your crops. Oh, and we have a pear tree as well. Great thing about battle axes is they double as an axe. Like a wood cutting axe. Same for hammers. Hammers can actually double as a mining tool for stones. They're not quite as efficient. They will take a little bit longer. But they still could do the job. And got another barrel. So a great way to get salvaged metal is just by exploring the game. You find barrels floating out in the ocean that you can sort of ram with your boat. And you also find barrels washed up on the shores of islands. So whenever you're discovering new islands, it's a really good way to sort of get some more salvage metal, get some more glass from glass bottles that you can find on the shores, and just generally sort of like go for a little lap around the island, collect all the resources that are there, and you can use that to sort of expand your home and sort of craft some new stuff. So get all these flowers. I'm really getting unlucky with the seeds on the marigolds, unfortunately. Lots of glass bottles, which is fantastic. We can craft some more windows. So you can deconstruct things that are already in the world. So I can go into edit mode and deconstruct it, but I don't get much back. It only gives you a little bit back. So a lot of the time it's more optimal to sort of use what's there rather than just, you know, destroying it all the time. So I'm going to save this island. I'm going to make a little marker. You can just left click anywhere on the map, by the way, and you can make a marker, a few different icons to pick from. I'm just going to leave a little backpack there, just to remind me that I think we should come back here, and I think it'd be really cool to make this into our sort of future home. So let's get out of here, and basically keep going towards this to this dungeon, and see what else we can find on the way. Finally, some bottles, Kristen. Yeah, I know. But if you ever want bottles, just hop in your raft, go to an island you haven't been before, and you'll find lots and lots of bottles. Yes, yeah, you can mark music. Sorry, mark the map. Yeah, so we've changed all the weapons around tank wheels. So there's all new sets of weapons, new crafting recipes, and we'll be continuing to add a lot more weapons. So you will see the pirate weapons again in the future. So the islands, like the chunks of the islands, are hand built. So all the different worlds, all the different terrain and sort of stuff that you see in the islands are all hand built by me. And then the whole world as a whole is procedurally generated. So then the layout of everything and the way it's all shuffled together is all completely random and unique for everybody. Okay, so we've come across an island. So this is our first Dark Forest Island, and we had a pretty epic entrance there actually. So we've got a whole lighthouse too. Oh, and we've got enemies, so we're getting straight into it. Straight into it, this Dark Forest Island. Okay. Let's get rid of this spawner real quick. Check out this little building. Alright, get that gold and get these barrels up here. Some very cool buildings. This would be like really cool to sort of like add to this building, sort of make it your own. You can actually see some other islands in the distance there as well. Over there. So we can actually, you can fully just look around in edit mode, screenshot mode, see the whole map. It's pretty cool. Alright. I'm not going to destroy this tower because it looks really cool. Maybe we'll make it part of our, like, you know, one of our outposts. One thing that we could do though actually is set a bed here. So let's sort of clear out this area a little bit just to sort of open it up down here. But what I could do, I might destroy this archway. What I could do is place a bed and then I'll set a spawn point here on this island. Because the Dark Forest Island has so many more enemies around, it's probably a good idea to set a spawn point. Just in case something happens. Oh, another bottle. Well, let's get these barrels while we're here too. So we're starting to get full of stone as well. So it might be a good idea to make a stone pile. I'm gonna build, cool. Let's deconstruct that. Place our stone pile. And then I can go back and pick up some of the stone that I was leaving on the ground. Back here. And I can deposit some of this stone. That's a really cool thing about the stone piles and wood piles that we've added to the game. They're just really nice ways to deposit some of your excess resources when you're like early in the game and you get too much building supplies. So let's add all of our stone. The other cool thing is it actually shows the stone in the wood pile. You can see a little bit of it back there, but the more you fill up, the more stone sort of piles up. And if I pile up, you know, coal, or let's say add some coal, you can see the coal sort of piling up there. And then you can just like cross it out. But yeah, let's fill up the stone there, just because I got a feeling we're going to keep filling up with that. Oh jeez, and we've got another enemy spawner already. So you definitely have to be a lot more cautious on these Dark Forest Islands, because there are enemies scattered throughout them. The other thing about Dark Forest Islands is they have these gigantic trees, which are hardwood. You see my weapons don't actually work on them, weapon tier 2 low. So if we want to be able to mine the hardwood, or I guess chop the minewood, we're going to have to make some better weapons, and that will come in the next workbench level. We're not quite up to that yet, we're going to have to craft a fair few items before we get to that. Let's get this barrel. Alright, let's deal with these enemies. Go, go, go. So we've got a mine shaft here. Looks like it's caved in and broken. And a little town that once was. Okay, let's get rid of all the egg sacks. Is that the last one? Okay, we've got more. Jeez, so many egg sacks. Alright, let's just clear out this area, and then we can have a nice look around after we get rid of all these enemies. Jeez, they're getting a few hits on me, actually. I might go back to the sword for a little bit. I do like the battle axe, though. Okay, lots of salvage metal. Great. That salvage metal is going to come in really handy as we start to upgrade our home. And then, we have a house here with some loot. Our first chest. What do we have? Oh, bread. Okay, interesting. Nice little well here. It's good. Yeah, got some ruins. Obviously, some past people used to live here at some point. But there's definitely not anyone living here anymore. So what we're looking for is the dungeon. Cool. Oh, let's get rid of this voidling first. So we're trying to make our way to this dungeon entrance here, because this will unlock the next set of keystones. They'll tell us where to get to. Here we go. So let's get rid of these egg sacks. Trying my best to line up my critical hits as well. Because just every time I get a crit, every time I see yellow lighting up on one of those enemies, it means that it's stunned, and the enemy's just not going to be able to hit me for a split second. It feels so good too when you just like get you know, like a perfect critical hit combo on enemies, and they just don't have a chance to hit you. It's really good. Oh, get some free fibers. Ouch, 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 ouch. He ran into some spears. Okay, so we've got some sailing to do. So we've got some islands, some other keystone islands to get to now. So I don't want to spend too long on this noisy island full of crows. I don't want to spend too long on this dark forest island. I want to try to get back to home. because we marked the island that we found before with our backpack, this birch forest island. I think that could be a cool spot to build like a proper home. And we definitely sort of, geez, I should have had a torch on me. It's getting a bit dark, isn't it? We do have a co-op planned in the future, Yamar. So multiplayer, one day will happen. Where's my boat? You can actually see your boat and bed icons on the map if you ever get lost, like I am right now. Because at the definitely dark and foggy nights here on the Dark Forest Islands. I'm just gonna swim around this headland here. Might be a bit quicker than walking. Alright, I'm gonna have to take out my stone as well from my stone pile. Oh, I'm gonna fill up again. That's alright. Oh, actually, no, I'll leave the stone pile there. It feels so bad just to leave stone on the ground like that. Okay. Alright, let's hop back on our raft. Do a little reverse out. And, or barrel. Let's run over that. Bam. A little bit of wood, that's good. We'll go back home. We'll go back to that Birch Forest Island. I'll get a bed down and then we can get to sleep because it's the middle of the night at the moment. Alright. Please keep the questions coming. I've been streaming for a little while now, so in case you didn't know, I'm Julian. I'm the lead developer and I guess creator of Lens Island. And here at the Flow Studio HQ, what's the time? Almost 6 AM. We've been up all night working on this update. So I haven't slept, so I'm sorry if I look tired. It's 6 AM Brisbane time. Oh, nice windy night. Oh, that just looks really... everybody, let's just sit back for a second and just enjoy the nice windy night here in Lens. Actually, it'd look way prettier if I was holding like a torch or something. Okay, let's make a bed. I just need a little bit of wood. If you can line up hitting 2 trees at the same time, way more satisfying. Because you can do like one swing, but you can hit 2 trees with one swing. Alright, let's build a bed. As long as it's under a roof, then we're okay to sleep. Oh wow, that looks really pretty. Look at that. Let's all just enjoy this nice little moment, everybody. Oh, the music just started. Look at that. Literally, this is what it looks like outside for me right now. The sun is rising in Brisbane. All right, so I think we're up to probably like day 4, day 3 in the game so far. I feel like we're going pretty good. Off to a good start. Okay, so plan. What is our plan? I need to figure out where I want to build my home because I keep jumping between different homes. I currently have 3 beds out in the world. So we need to build our real final home. The question comes, do we want to settle on the Birch Island, or do we want to keep exploring and potentially find a better island? I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. Should we settle, or should we keep exploring? Because I need to get to these keystone islands. We need to start lighting some keystones. I need to build a refinery. I need to start. I need to get a home. I need to get a home, definitely. So, okay. Do we build here, or do we build on an island? Let's go to this first keystone island. Let's hop on our raft and see if we can find anything that might be better than this current island. And then we'll go from there. Where did I park my boat? Over here. Alright. Whoop. Okay. Let's try and discover a little bit more of this world. It'll be cool to discover some more fishing spots and coral reefs too. Because you can find some coral reefs and other cool stuff out in the ocean. And yeah, you can find lots of cool spots. So I think we're heading the right direction. By the way, you can actually navigate your boat while you have the map out. You can also navigate your boat in 2 different ways. You can navigate using the mouse, and then you can navigate using WASD as well. So if you're using WASD, you can just have your map open while you keep going, holding the keys down. Or if you're using your mouse, you can just hold outside of the map. Yeah, no, I totally agree, Yamar. It would be really, really cool to play this game with your friends. Yes, you could jump off the boat. And you could swim around. No, you could freely swim around anywhere in the water in Len's Island. You can also fish off your boat. So if you have a fishing rod, which I don't currently have, you can stand on your boat and fish off the side of it. We have a seagull. Seagull going past. We have a little coral reef up here actually, which is cool. There might be some cool fishing spots. Oh, here we go. Yeah, here we go. So we've got, a whole bunch of fishing pools here. And this sort of reef out in the ocean. So I'm going to leave a marker here. And I'm going to make it the fish marker. Oh, I went past it. There we go. And that can remind us. Yes. Well, the fish pools already are. Like, there are some rare fish pools that give some better fish than other pools. But yeah, so what we're going to add, like, quite soon, probably in the next week, I'll be adding squid into the game, and squid are going to be another rare fish. But there's our rare fish, like down in the caves, you can get rare fishing pools, which you can find anglerfish. But we're going to add squid, and then you can actually get ink from the squid as well. Okay, so we have another Dark Forest Island. Another good thing about Dark Forest Islands is they have usually a good amount of clay on them, but they have lots of pumpkins. They're the only place where pumpkins naturally grow. So always make sure to sort of go around, get all the pumpkins while you're here. And they have lots of little ruins and things too, which can... Oh, we've got some barrels in there. Lavender as well. The Dark Forest Islands are definitely pretty bountiful. Like, it's sort of like deceivingly so. You think they're sort of like foggy and, you know, scary forests at first. But they definitely have a lot of good resources in them. Let's just get rid of these egg sacs first. Remember to use our W ability too. It's really easy to forget to use your abilities in combat. But make sure you use them. Honestly, they make all the difference, especially when you get some of the better weapons later in the game that have some more abilities. It's really, really cool to chain together combos of all your different abilities. You can use it for resource gathering as well. So when you have like an axe or a pickaxe or something that has abilities, you can actually chop trees or mine, you know, stones faster if you're using those abilities instead of chaining them together. I really like this track. See, all the music that we've added in this update is all tailored to the biomes. So we've got a cool little dark forest biome track happening in the background at the moment. I'll turn it up a little bit so you can hear it a little bit better. Instead, you're just hearing this crow fly around me. Alright. Let's, I don't know if we should take on this cave yet. Okay, we'll take on the cave. Oh, shit. Actually, how full am I on resources? I'm going to build a stone pile. I actually just made a marker. Let's get rid of you. I'm going to build a stone pile at the front here, just for some storage. And then, because I think I'm going to fill up with stone if I go down to this cave. Actually, I might even put my coal here as well. Okay, cool. I don't have a torch. I do not have a torch. Okay, let's quickly make a chest. So yeah, if you ever get stuck on the or if you ever get stuck in general, here we go. No, I'm stuck. If you ever get stuck on the Dark Forest Islands without wood, there are like regular wooden trees. They're not all hardwood. So you can find the smaller, sort of lighter trees around if you desperately need some wood, like I am right now. Because I just want to build a little chest, and I can access some of my tools. Just a torch. I'll keep going with the sword. Honestly, I think I prefer the sword at the moment with my current sort of build that I'm rocking. Also, just the look of the sword and the shield on the character. I don't know why. I think it just looks so cool. Like, I just like the look of the sword and the shield. All right, let's take on this dungeon, and then yeah, hopefully we'll get some cool gear, and we'll be able to sort of get our gear from this first dungeon. Hopefully not die. and then sail back, find a place to build a home. Forgotten Mines. Okay, we're here in the Forgotten Mines, one of the many caves. I've got some enemies spawning around me too. Here we go. Let's get rid of these enemies first. Okay, they're sorted, and now I can do some mining. Cool. Coal and iron is pretty much like what you really want to focus on at the start of the game. Coal, you use that to power all your machines. You also use that to build some of the really important machines early game. So you use the coal to build a refinery, build a smelter, and then you use it to, of course, actually put in the refinery and the smelter to power them. You can power machines with wood. However, the wood burns really, really quick, so it's not a very good use of wood. A fun little tip though is it actually burns quicker. Like, it actually makes the machines sort of process quicker. Can we double hit the stones? Can we not? Oh, I thought. Oh, I feel like I'm so close to double hitting these stones. That's okay. But yeah, the wood will actually make the resources in the machine burn quicker. It's just like not a very good use of your wood. That's all. Does hunger make mining abilities slower? No, not at the moment, because we really didn't want to like oppress players with the hunger, like the survival mechanics, too much. However, in an update that's coming pretty soon into the new year, we're going to be adding creative mode and hardcore mode into Lens Island. So creative mode, you'll be able to, of course, freely fly around and build and do all sorts of cool stuff. But hardcore mode is... Oh, shit, so we've got our first void fish, as you can see, shooting out lightning. So I'm going to have to concentrate a little bit. Oh, jeez, they hurt. The void... These are basically like creepers in Minecraft. Like, they really, really hurt if they explode in your face. So you got to try and jump in, get off a couple of hits, and then if you don't kill them, you just got to leave. You got to get out. Okay, we got them. Let's get this spawner real quick. But yeah, we're going to be adding in a hardcore mode. Hardcore mode's going to have some more sort of hardcore survival mechanics. Things like, you know, your hunger slowing you down a little bit more. But it really is going to be truly hardcore, in which if you die, it's all over. You get one chance, one save file, and if you die, your save file is over and you have to restart. So that's like going to be like a really sort of hardcore version of the game. Just optional for all the hardcore players out there. You will be able to unlock some cool stuff through the hardcore mode that you'll be able to actually use in your other playthroughs as well. It's just like high stakes, you know. If you die once in the final boss fight, it's all over, you know. So it really is high stakes gameplay. But then the creative mode, you'll be able to just sort of really take your time and sort of you know, sort of just build to your heart's content, really. Okay, I'm not too interested in lots of stone just yet, so I'm not gonna mine too much of the stone, because I can always just come back to this cave and get more stone in the future. I'm really just looking for coal and iron and any loot, barrels, crates, any bits of gold. Oh sweet, a little bit of gold there. Okay, these lightning fish we're gonna have to be careful for. Oh jeez. Oh man, I'm almost died. Okay, eat blueberries, eat blueberries. Get away, get away. I've run out of blueberries. Let's quickly... Oh jeez, they're following me. Let's get some pears. Okay, cool. Go in, couple hits. Okay. Man, that could have been really bad. That, like, it could have... we could have died just then, really easily. I think there's a spawner down there. Okay, I'll get this lightning fish. Bam. Okay. Okay, the void fish. The void fish are killed. Or the lightning fish. Same thing. Let's just get rid of these spawners. Level up. Perfect. I wonder if I can get any more health yet. It looks like I need it. More health, more damage. I guess like there's like the two different ways to sort of play Lens Island, right? Like you can invest in getting some more damage, some more crits, or you can invest in your health pool. Because, you know, investing in some more health, you'll have more health. You won't die as soon. You'll be able to sort of take a bit more hits from the enemies. But if you do more damage, you'll also be able to kill the enemies quicker, which means as well you won't be, you know, getting so many hits. Oh, we can actually see a crate up there. So let's figure out how to get up there. Maybe jump up this wagon. I know how to get up there. I put the crate up there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for leading you all on thinking I don't know the crate. We're full of salvage metal. Okay, so we're gonna have to deposit all of our salvage metal. Jeez, I have to be careful here. You have to deposit our salvage metal because I don't want to be leaving any down here. Ooh, just got some pumpkin seeds. Awesome. Yeah, like any seeds that you get from crates are really, really good because seeds are the #1 way to expand your farms. Let's get some of this gold in here. Awesome. I'll get some mushrooms. Also, actually, someone in chat just before was talking about rare fishing spawns. This is one right here. So we have a fishing pool down in the caves here that actually has some anglerfish floating around in it. It would have been great if I had a fishing rod right now, but I don't. I haven't. It's the one item I haven't made. But yeah, so we'll have to mark this location and remember to come back here because we can fish here. There's also we can jump across here and get some more stuff. I feel like I'm filling up on resources. Oh, I missed the jump straight in the water. I'm filling up on resources too much now. So what do I? Oh, I feel like I'm just going to be full on salvage metal. We'll just deal with being full on that right now. Because we just need to get this keystone lit. Okay, there's lots of void fish here. We've got to be very careful around this area. Oh, jeez, that hurt. You can see that they're mining the trees for us as well, the void fish. Alright, be very careful. Get a couple, duck out, get a couple more. Really, just a couple hits, and then go back in. Okay, bam. Got the void fish. Let's go out, let's get the spawner. Once we kill the enemies, we can actually sort of take in the beauty of this area a little bit, because it is a really pretty area. Okay, very cool. Even got some wood. Didn't expect to get any wood down the cave. I'll leave the barrels for another void fish. Go away. Void fish doing all the mining for me. Okay, we got it. Yeah, I didn't want to destroy that chest, that barrel, because I wanted to leave it because I wanted to come back to the salvage metal. That's okay. Got 2 chests, all sapphires, gold, good. Ooh, and we got some grape seeds. Okay, so we can build a lattice farm. We can build a lattice farm when we come back to our house and plant those grapes straight away. Bam, another keystone lit. Let's get these mushrooms while we're here. Where's the forged axe? Yeah, you may actually notice this area from the original game. So this is an area that is very, very similar. But no more forged axe though. Interesting. There are a lot of the items are shuffled around, moved around the map, all the different places. So you'll have to look in some different areas now. All right, how's everyone going on Steam? Thanks for everybody tuning in on Steam for the Uncharted Waters launch. We've got YouTube and Steam both running at the same time. We've got almost 2,000 people on Steam, which is awesome to see so many people tuning in. Tune in for the launch. We've been pouring our heart and soul into this update for such a long time now, so it's really, really exciting to sort of release this for everybody. It's sort of weird. I'm just playing the game the second I hit the release button, so I'm not watching YouTube videos. I'm not watching the Twitch streams. I'm not actually sort of hearing what people think. So hopefully you'll like it because I have no idea. I'm just too busy playing it myself for all of you. But look, if you have played it so far, let me know. Let me know in chat if you like it, because look, we've sure spent a lot of time working on it. Okay, what do we got? So, okay, we've lit the keystone now. So I think let's take some of our belongings and let's hop on our raft. Where did I put my raft? Over there. Hop on our boat and head back to safety. We'll head back to our little birch forest island. I think I'm just going to build a home there. I think I'm going to build a home in the birch forest island. I think that island's pretty cool, to be honest. Thanks, Schwenky. I appreciate the support. But yeah, I'm not going to keep streaming for a while. I'm going to push through the tiredness for all of you. I'm also just super excited, you know, really excited to be able to bring this update to everyone. So I'm just running on adrenaline at the moment, keeping me awake. There is a playlist on Spotify, Pancho. You can actually go, just type in Lens Island or type in Lars Eric into Spotify, and you'll be able to find the playlist. So we've got both albums, the original core album and then the new updated album. Oh, barrel, let's get that. Awesome. Good thing I had my torch on. While actually, was that another barrel? What was that? Oh no, it wasn't. Good thing I had my torch on. I wouldn't have seen that barrel otherwise. Where are we? Oh, we went adrift a little bit. We want to go back over here. Oh, actually, we could visit our original house. Let's go there. Yeah, if you want to give the soundtrack, it's pretty much available everywhere. On YouTube, on Lars's channel. We'll be uploading the full soundtrack on the Lens Island YouTube channel in the coming days as well. And it's on Spotify, Apple Music, all of it. And we'll also be uploading the second album to Steam. So you'll be able to sort of purchase it through Steam as well and be able to listen it there. So please do go support Lars, amazing composer, and Arslan, who's also helped out with the second album. And oh, we have our first rainy day of Lens Island. Our first rainy day, cool. Cool thing about rain is it actually waters your crops for you. You can see my crops are all watered, which is awesome. So anytime it rains, it's basically just like a free watering. Okay, let's get our axe and let's chop down our fruit tree, because our pear tree is actually ready to harvest. We can see all of our pears. Yep, there's a Discord. You'll be able to find it if you just click to one of the other videos on the YouTube channel. You'll be able to find it. Otherwise, I can add the link in a little bit. Okay, all of this is fully grown, so let's harvest it all. Probably expand the farm a little bit now while we have this free watering time. What do we need? A little bit clay. Oh, is there any clay around here? I don't know where there's any. Actually, I think there's some clay up here. This is one of our subtle rainy mornings. Little sun shower. It's actually such a vibe right now. Like the sunrise in the game, the beautiful music, there's like the light little pitter patter of the rain and the fog. Massive vibe, massive vibe. Thanks, Mimayako. Now look, you're not late to the party. We're all here. We're just chilling, playing some Lens Island, hanging out. Oh, I can finally build a fishing rod. I've been meaning to build a fishing rod. So we need to upgrade our workbench at some point too. We need hardened steel for that. Okay, let's one thing at a time. Let's finish building the farm. I can also build a lattice because we have our first grape seed. So let's get. Actually, I'm gonna expand the farm a little bit more while I'm here because we have 4 pear tree seeds. So we can actually get a nice little crop of pear trees going. I also just want to sort of enjoy the vibe right now of the music, the lighting, the weather. It's all just perfect. So just getting all these resources around. Well, I've got enough of the farm now. Yeah, it's really awesome to listen to the Lens Island soundtrack while you work, Emma. I totally agree. I've definitely spent a lot of developing hours listening to the soundtrack. Okay, let's get our 4 trees planted. Obviously I have to plant the trees at the back because they're going to be pretty tall and they're going to cover like a lot of area. So we want to make sure that we can sort of like easily access all the rest of our crops. Okay, let's get all our pumpkins planted. All our blueberries planted. Perfect. We have like a pretty solid crop. We've got two farms full of our like individual seeds, 4 trees, and 1 lattice farm. So that's a pretty good start. I should really build a proper like sort of staircase. I can actually build sort of. I don't know if I want to keep this home though. I'll definitely keep this as a farm, like a farming house. Okay. So I am going to build a refinery. We've been needing to build one of these for a little while, and I need to build a smelter. We need more iron shards for the smelter. So I'm going to chuck all my stone in here. Actually, I won't use wood, I'll use coal. And let's light that. And that's going to start refining down that stone into iron shards. So I guess while that's happening, I might just quickly look for some extra stone around the house, and I'll just sort of top up this refinery a little bit. That also would have used some savage metal, so we can pick up that savage metal. Hello Leon, welcome, come on in, join the club. Look, we're just playing Lens Island, we're chilling out, listening to some good music, having some good vibes. I hope you're all having a good day. I hope you're all enjoying the update too. Been a long time in the making. Very, very excited. Let's pop some more iron in there. I mean, pop some stone in there and grab the iron. How much iron do we need? 25. What do we have? 20. Awesome. Okay, that's not too bad. Do we need anything else other than iron? Stone. Okay, cool. I'll just get a little bit more stone, and I think we should be set for our smelter. So smelter is sort of like, there's sort of two stages of like, I guess, like smelting minerals and metals. You got your refinery, and that sort of like crushes a whole range of things in the game. So refinery can crush olives into olive oil, it can crush lightstone to lightstone powder, stone into iron shards. It sort of sifts through items, just finds the good stuff. And then the smelter is what you use to sort of get large amounts of your iron shards and other sort of metal ores, and then you smelt them into iron bars. So a good little sort of setup for getting lots of iron is like you have your refinery and you just load lots of stone into your refinery, and then you have the smelter, and then you use the iron that you get from that stone to put into your smelter. Alright. So I might just adjust my webcam a little bit, because I can see it's actually getting lighter outside, and then now I have a big beam of light going above my face. Cool. Alright, that's pretty good. Let's go with that. Alright. Okay, that's all done. By the way, if your refinery ever sort of like, once you're done refining your stone, your refinery would just basically pause. So you can see I've got the one-time speed here. And once I run out of this stone, the refinery is just going to stay on, but it'll be running at 0 speed. So it's effectively just paused. So it's not going to waste any of your fuel or anything like that if you just leave it on. Yes, you can make glass. So you can make glass from limestone. So if we look at all the inputs of the refinery, we can do olives, clay, wheat, lightstone, stone, and limestone. So limestone can turn into glass, but limestone, bit more of a rare resource. So at the start of the game, you really got to look out for those glass bottles and try and find them as much as you can around the beaches. But the second you get to desert areas and some of the other areas of the map, that's when you can start to get some more limestone. Did I use up all my stone? I was meant to keep the stone, not put it into here. That's alright. I was meant to keep the stone for the crafting recipe, but I ended up just putting it all into a refinery. I could buy a little bit of stone. No, I won't waste my money. I'll just quickly get a little bit of stone, and then we can make our smelter. So smelter's pretty big. That's sort of us, like, I guess, leveling up our crafting into the sort of the next stage, which is going to be pretty awesome. And then we can start to make hardened steel. So leveling up that, because the reason why we need hardened steel is so we can upgrade our workbench. And then the second we upgrade our workbench, we can start to make our hard steel weapons, which is the next tier of weapons. Before, when I was in the dark forest, when I was saying I couldn't mine those hardwood trees, the hard steel is what you needed for them. Yes, I will save the VOD. So I'll keep this active on the Flow Studio YouTube channel. So our game studio, Flow Studio, has a channel which actually is just my channel as well. It's sort of half studio, half me, and we have a YouTube channel for Lens Island too. So more streams and future content will definitely be on the Lens Island channel. So I definitely go subscribe to that if you haven't already, if you want to sort of stay up to date with all the Lens Island stuff. Okay. More stone, how much do I have? 37. I thought I had more. Oh, there's one right here. Perfect. I think this should land us enough. 13 stone is what we have. I bet you we'll get 12 stone now that I said it. 14. Okay, I stand corrected. That was perfect. We can make a smelter. It feels so wrong to build a smelter in this like tiny little wooden home. Like it just feels wrong. Okay, and I'm gonna build it out here. I can't do it. I can't build it in there. I need a little bit of wood. I'm just gonna extend this foundation out a little bit. Melvin, yes, there's various birds and there's also little crabs around the beaches as far as animals are concerned. But we're definitely wanting to add some more animals in the future. As development. Oh, actually, there's a little bird, a little finch just flew out of the tree when I knocked it down there. But yeah, we'll definitely be adding more and more animals as time goes. Oh, glass bottle. Let's get that. It's a rainy old day on our island today. Actually, a fun little tip, by the way, is when you have your starting hatchet, you can't actually mine fibers. But then the second you get a higher tier tool, you can actually mine fibers with your axe. So as you're chopping trees, if there's any bushes nearby, you'll be able to mine all of them at the same time. Cool, so we extend this foundation, build our smelter, which we no longer have enough for because I used it to build the foundation. That's okay. Oh, there's some little crabs. There you go. Okay, one stone. That's all we need. One more stone, and then we can build our smelter. Lars, if you're watching, what is this Discovery? I forget the name of this track, but whatever this track is, this is my favorite. This is my favorite Lens Island OST track. I think this is Discovery. Do we have a firefighter NPC? yeah, I'll definitely need one if I'm doing the wooden home builds with all of my abundant fireplaces. But no, not at the moment. We do not have a firefighter NPC. Maybe we need one. Will it be in German translation? Not at the moment, but we absolutely will be. So yeah, it's English translations only. But the plan is to add as many localizations possible as we can over the sort of the coming months, because we understand that so many of you amazing people are all over the world, so we need to try and get lots of translations to all the main languages. Discovery first, yeah, I thought so. But yeah, so like Spanish, Korean, German, French have been a lot of languages that people have been like asking for a long time. Cool. So now we can make hardened steel, which means we need more iron. So what's the plan? I'm also going to build a wood pile, because it'd be cool to store some more wood over time. Okay, what's the plan? We need to go to some more dark. I think we just do a bit more exploring, because I really desperately need some more iron shards. How can I spend my salvaged metal on anything? Because I feel like I just have a bit too. Oh, I can sell it. Of course, I'm going to sell it to the town. Okay, I've got a plan. Everybody. We're going to sell our salvaged metal to the town. Because we haven't been to town for a little while either. We haven't even seen Kevin, the fisherman. He would have moved in by now. I totally forgot about. There's so much we missed out on. So let's quickly go see Kevin, because it's becoming nighttime. He's probably going to close his shop in a minute. Here we go. So Kevin's all moved in. So we've got all our different fish. I haven't caught any fish yet, but when I do catch a fish, I'll be able to sell it. I'll be able to sell it to Kevin. Okay, I'll be back, Kevin. Oh, and then we've also got our blueprints. We've got our ship in a bottle and our fish bowl. I don't want to spend my money on his blueprints yet, but at some point we'll give Kev some money and buy some cool deco items for our house. Okay, so yeah, what I was gonna say is we'll sell our salvage metal, make a bit of money from the salvage metal, and then we can buy our next backpack level, or maybe I can already buy it. I can. Also 50. What's the next one cost? I don't remember. I think it's like 100. Okay, so let's sell some salvaged. Oh, I can't sell the salvaged metal because you get it. We can move in the blacksmith. Let's move in the blacksmith, everybody. So we can sell our salvaged. Alright, let's go over here, the other plot of land. Okay, I'm gonna build a really, really bad house for the blacksmith. So everybody just divert your eyes for the next sort of like 5 minutes while I build the blacksmith's house. Oh, the light's coming in. I'm gonna have to drop down my webcam again. That's what happens when you start streaming at night and then it becomes morning. It throws everything off. Give me 1 second. Let's lower this exposure a little bit. Oh, now that's fine. Now you can all deal with it. Cool. It looks like I've just in pitch black and then I've got like this little beam of light on my face. That's fine. That's fine. Okay. Let's get a little bit of wood. I'm gonna make a really dodgy house just because I need this wood more than the blacksmith needs it, okay? I need it for my own home. I've got priorities. So we just need enough wood for a simple little home and a bed. I think it should be enough if we get this tree. Alright, it's probably a good thing it's nighttime, because then that can hide the the crappy building. Okay, so we go wall, roof. Blacksmith's gonna live out in the elements. He's gonna... Alright, Jared. So before I drag over Jared's card, we can see that he actually gives weapon crafting, and then coal and salvage metal, which is awesome. Oh, hey Jared. Thanks for being at home. Come by the Blacksmith shop once I've set it up. Awesome. So Jared's going to set up a blacksmith shop there actually the next day. So now is a perfect time to go to sleep. And then when he's set up the shop tomorrow... whoops. When he's set up the shop tomorrow, I'll be able to trade with him. I went the wrong way here. We have to go the long way to our house. I'm sorry it's pitch black, everybody. I'm sorry. We'll be home in a minute. We'll be home in a minute. Will there be more community polls for building customer? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've tried to involve the community with Lens Island. I can't even see what I'm doing. I should have brought a torch. I've tried to involve the community in Lens Island as much as possible throughout development. If you look back through our YouTube channel, I've literally documented it and like had a whole series where I like added stuff to the game based on people's feedback. Yeah, we're always talking to people on Discord, getting ideas and feedback. Got lots of beta testers and people, so it's yeah, like honestly the majority of Lens Island has been crafted by the community. Like the vast majority of features and stuff you see are all just like awesome ideas by the community. And I really love to keep that going and sort of grow the community around Lens Island as much as possible and involve all of you in the game. Okay, boom, here we go. Here's Jared. He's all opened up. Hey there. I'm just browsing your goods, thanks. Or we can actually buy a combat dummy from Jared. And we have some weapons. Hard steel claymore, hard steel battle axe, and a hard steel glaive. But let's sell some of this. Bam. How much do we have left over? 15. Okay, that's good. The cool thing about Jared is you didn't see it happen for me because I built it beforehand, but he actually gives you a free iron battle axe at the start of the game if you haven't already crafted it yourself. So it's definitely a little bit more sort of efficient to just like get it from him. Alright. Okay, so I think we've got a bit more money. We're gonna go on a trip. Where's our boat? Where's our boat? Up there. We're gonna go on a trip and what did I unlock? Oh, wooden signpost. Okay, let's put down our signpost. Julian's house. Oh, I got caps lock on. Julian's home. And I actually might make it a blue sign. Oh, that's right, it resets it. Damn it. Julian's home. There we go. My name's Julian, in case you didn't know. Actually, everybody, let's do a little check-in. We did a check-in before. So let's go in screenshot mode. Here's the current status of Julian's home. So we're definitely looking better than what we looked before. We've got a nice little farm. We have a sign. Smelter. I feel like we're going pretty well. The house is pretty ugly. It's sort of just like a big lump out in the forest. Maybe I can do a couple of things just to improve this home just a little bit while I'm here. Because what I'd like to do is, I really like building the archways around like the walls. It just looks like a sort of like a cool way to sort of encase the walls. Build a balcony up here for sure. And then now I'm out of wood. Okay, so it's a tiny bit better. It's a tiny bit better. Okay, let's go find our raft just up here. So I'm going to check in on Steam. I haven't seen Steam comments for a little bit. Any plans for adding a mount? Yeah, we had a lot of people ask about mounts. Not sure. Not sure. Honestly, best I can say is there won't be mounts anytime soon, but we've definitely thought about it. I really like to sort of approach game mechanics in as unique of way as possible. And I also just like, I usually approach things from like what I'm personally interested in. So personally, I think I prefer like something more like cool, I don't know why, but I thought it would always be so cool to have like like a little wooden skateboard or a little wooden bike or something that you could like ride around. I just thought it'd be so funny to have like, I don't know, like a game like Lens Island, and instead of riding on like a horse or a dragon or something, you're just riding like your little wooden push bike around, just sort of like doing little dirt jumps and like jumping around the place, or just like skateboarding around the island. Don't hold me to that. I probably won't add that, but it would be pretty fun. Okay, let's set sail, everybody. We're heading down to the other side of the map. We're going to another keystone island. We've got two more keystones to unlock before we can get to the next dungeon. The next dungeon is a very big one. It's a massive one. It's going to take a long time to get through that dungeon. So yeah, this update is a whole new version of the game, Joa. So I hope I pronounced your name right. Sorry. So your old save files won't work on this new game. You will be starting from scratch from the brand new procedural generated world. But you can always switch game branches on Steam, so you can switch back to, oh, we've got another barrel. You can switch game branches on Steam at any time and get access to all of your old save files, all the old version of the game, and keep playing through the old version if you need. So yeah, so you have both. You can pick and choose which game you want to play. And we have another fishing spot here too. Look at this. It's not. Oh, there. Here we go. Oh, we've got a barrel. Let's get the barrel. Navigate throughout these coral reefs. I'm going to leave a marker here. I love this song. Okay, we'll leave a little fishing marker there too. Actually, we've got a few fishing pools here too. So it'd be cool to actually, I can do some fishing right now because I'm on a raft and I have access to my tool chest. All right, let's do a little bit of fishing, everybody, while we're here. It's a really pretty spot, so we should take advantage of it. Alright, just doing some fishing off my raft, living a simple life. Yeah, you can destroy your boat. You can like edit it and destroy it at any time and rebuild it. Oh, we've got a fish, Oh, I've already missed a click. Alright, if it's white, you got to click. If it's red, don't click. That's how to fish in Lens Island. Alright, let's see if we can get... We've got a sardine, but we're looking for some better fish than a sardine. Maybe a swordfish or a fugu. Oh, no, don't. Okay, I think this might be a swordfish. Usually the swordfishes have like a lot of red dots. Fugu, awesome. Perfect. Yeah, you can right-click the title of the game in your Steam profile and go to settings, and then inside there, oh, I screwed up. I missed the fish. Inside there, you can switch between the game branches. So yeah, you can play the old version or the new version, and the save files will work on each version. When I say work on each version, they won't be able to like be crossed over between the two, but you'll still be able to sort of keep using your old files and then keep using your new files on the new version. They won't sort of ruin each other or anything like that. Oh, we found some treasure, a couple gold coins. All right, we'll get one more fish. We'll get one more big fish, and then we'll keep sailing. I really want a swordfish just to complete my collection. Alright, let's concentrate. We've got to get this one. Red, white. Okay, we've got. I'm the first person to ever be upset about getting treasure when I'm fishing, but I really just want a swordfish. Alright, white, red, sardine. Okay, no, one more. Last. Oh, I've fallen off my boat. Actually, maybe it's the boat. Let's stand on the rock. The lucky rock. Okay, last fish. Last fish. Oh, I missed it. I missed it. Okay, there we go. Or maybe this is a swordfish. Maybe. So all the fish have different patterns, so you can sort of like get to know them after a little while. Yes! Swordfish. Okay. Our work here is done. Our work here is done, everybody. Let's get back onto our raft. So, let's quickly look over what we got. We got 2 sardines, 2 swordfish, and 1 fugu. So we can actually use the swordfish and the fugu in some cooking back at home. I don't think we built a fireplace yet. No, we haven't. Okay, so yeah, we'll have to build a fireplace when we go back home, because then we can make some fish ramen. What do we can make? So we've got mushroom stew, we've got fish ramen, and we've got mango trout. I haven't cooked any. I haven't found any trout yet though. Trout of freshwater, so we'll have to find freshwater sort of fishing pools for that. Okay, coming up to another dark forest island. The fog is rolling in. Let's take out our fishing rod. Get out our sword. So make sure you always get the lavender and the pumpkins when you go to these islands, because they're going to be really good to expand your crops. Oh, that was a really satisfying swing, getting all of them. Yeah, because we still don't have hard steel. I feel like we really need hard steel. So going into this cave is going to be big for us and our playthrough, because once we get some more iron, then we'll be able to go on a little hard steel smelting spree, and we'll be able to use that for all sorts of stuff. Okay, let's deal with some of these enemies here as well. Just little crabs, nothing too bad. That's good. Is there any loot? No loot. Get the pumpkins. Actually, there's some enemies down here. Okay, we got another spawner. Let's get rid of that. Oh jeez, they're really piling on me here. Alright, cool. Oh, get some more lavender. Okay, are we ready? Let's get prepared before I go into this dungeon. I'm gonna have to get my food set up. So what do I have to eat? Blueberries, pumpkins. The pumpkins take longer to eat than the blueberries, so sometimes they're a little bit more dangerous to have in combat. Actually, I'll just have both because I don't need my fishing rod in there. And we upgraded our backpack so we can hold up to 200 slots now. That's awesome, because previously we kept filling up our backpack in the with the stone, so we'll be able to hold a bit more, which will be really nice. Okay, I'm going to quickly, before I get into things, quickly adjust my camera, because now it's too dark, which is fantastic. Okay. Exposure, oh, that's pretty good. Oh, maybe it's too much. Well, I don't know. It's either too little or too much. Okay, let's just go with that. Oh, okay, no, maybe let's go with that. That's fine. Okay. I'm sorry you'll have to deal with my my streaming quarrels. Okay. Oh, I forgot my torch. Yes, yes, yes. I forgot my torch. And literally the other developers of Lens Island were yelling at me in chat telling me to bring a torch. I should know better. I should know better. Do I even have a... I don't have a tool chest. Oh man, I'm so bad at like exploring. I'm always so unprepared. It's alright, I can just get it from my raft. But it is so handy that rafts have tool chests. It would really suck if they didn't. Oh, but now I have to get one of my food slots. I'll give up the pumpkin. Like, well, I don't need my axe, I guess. Yeah, I don't need my axe. Okay. So I'll put my torch in the last slot. And then pumpkin. Okay, yeah, cool. We're all set. We're all properly set now. I don't have a shield. So I should probably get the shield. No, I don't want to hop in the boat. I'll bring the shield. Oh no, but if I'm using the torch, then I can't. Yeah, I'll just take the torch. That's alright. Yeah, blame the all-nighter, Emma. I'm fine with that. Okay. You look at, yeah, it is a really big map, Melvin. But the good thing is, and why mounts aren't like really needed at the moment, is because we've got boats. Like boats are the mounts for this game, and there actually are different tiers to the boats. So there's like the small raft, which I've got now, but we can upgrade the boat and get a bigger, better boat that actually travels a lot faster. So then, as you're crossing like further distances, it becomes a lot easier with a bigger boat. And we'll also be adding in an update quite soon, like literally in the next month. We're going to be adding houseboats. There's like an even bigger boat that's like a full like galleon, like really cool looking boat. And in those boats, you can actually like set a spawn point and have a bed in there, and have like a lot more of like your belongings and like a little storage chest in there as well. So you literally have sort of a moving house that you sort of get to take around the world with you. There is, Kristen. So there is a way to get a torch later in the game, in which you can have a shield as well, and it won't actually take up your second hand. Oh, that felt really good, just like critting that enemy into oblivion. I won't give away what it is yet, but yeah, there is a way to get a lamp. Okay, nothing in there. So aiming for crits, as always, aiming for critical hits, trying to stun our enemies, and remembering to use our ability key, our W. I would definitely say I would expect other people to have hard steel weapons by now. I think I'm a bit under-leveled, really just because I'm trying to, you know, streaming, just trying to sort of get through this a little bit quicker than usual. But if I was playing through this just by myself, I would definitely spend a lot more time back at my home, like resource gathering, farming, just trying to get a bit more gear, because I think having hard steel weapons would be like a lot better at this current point in the game. We also want to start getting some stone as well, because remember, because we have our refinery, we can start refining the stone down into iron shards. So effectively, stone is iron from now on in the game. Like any amount of stone that we have, we can just instantly trade for iron, and it doesn't have to be, you know, just ignored all the time. So that's a cool thing about the refineries. You can sort of like exchange some of the, I guess, the lower tier resources at the start of the game, and exchange them for more rarer stuff. We got through that lightning fish pretty easily, which is good. That could have been pretty bad on a narrow bridge like that. We do have a big void, so let's get him. Oh, there we go. That was good. That was a good little combo of crits there. You have to watch out with the voids, or that leaping attack really hurts. And they also have, oh jeez, they also have a like a projectile that they shoot out sometimes, and that does a lot of damage. If you see like a big purple orb come out of an enemy, just don't go anywhere near it, because they really hurt. All right, let's light up this brazier, heal up a little bit. Okay, if you have any questions about Lens Island, please feel free to ask. You don't just have to watch me play in silence. I'm happy to answer your questions, any concerns, ideas, anything you may have. If you're like, Julian, you need to add this into the game, let me know and I'll tell you. I'll tell you if we're already planning on it. Do we want to find out what happens if you fall into the void of the cave? Should we jump off? I can show you what happens when we jump off. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. But you definitely need it. Okay, let's do a running jump, everybody. Running jump off to the edge. And huh. And then we fall into blackness. And then we lose 10 health. So yeah, if you fall off the edge, you do get punished. But you only lose 10 health. But if you're really low health in a fight, you can roll off the edge and that'll be the end of you. You'll die. But if you have enough health, then it's not too bad. And you'll just respawn back up to the last place that you were. But what you really have to watch out for is if you're battling a bunch of enemies and they sort of like congregate around you and then you fall off, you're going to respawn back in the middle of the enemies. So you have to be really careful. Sort of falling off the edge when there's a lot of dudes around. Okay, let's get these crates. More seeds. That's awesome. More barrels. That's also awesome. Good, good, good. Oh, there we go. There's those orbs. Okay, we've got to... Whoops. I'm hitting the wrong button. We've got to get the spawner. Get the spawner. Okay, there we go. Good, good, good. Oh, gold. Let's get the gold. Oh, gold up there too. Yeah, the parkour can definitely be challenging sometimes. It can be a bit of fun, but we definitely reward you for the challenges. So if you can stick through it and go through the void, there'll always be some sort of reward at the end of any little parkour challenge. Alright. Okay, I think we've discovered most of this little section. Let's keep going deeper down. Oh, okay, we've got a lightning fish. Oh, okay, then we've got a couple other enemies here. Okay, so actually we're blocked off here and we have to mine. Oh, I just got done by that lightning. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Oh, there we go. Nice, nice. Hit him with the W. Bam. Okay, good. Oh, I even got some iron shards there too. Perfect. Okay, we're going pretty good. That was good. I need to heal up a bit though. I'm definitely chewing through my food a little bit quicker than I'd like to. But that's okay. Well, the crops, well, who knows, maybe our crops will be grown a bit when we get back. Get some of this loot. Go stone. Oh, chest. Oh, glass. Perfect. Yes, yeah, so sometimes the chests have like a rare spawn to give you a bunch of glass bottles, which are always really, really nice to get. Alright, get some more coal. Oh yeah, we've got to mine this first. What's the time? 6:40. Cool, we've been live for almost, what, 2 hours now? I guess in hardcore mode I'd be dead. Yeah, I would actually no, I haven't died yet. So I'd be okay. Yeah, I think in hardcore mode we won't insta kill you for going off the edge. I feel like that'd be maybe a little too hardcore. But you would definitely get punished a lot more so. Oh, yeah, see, I'd be gone right now if this was hardcore. I would have just rolled to my demise. Yeah, but you'd probably lose like, let's say 25 health instead of 10 health. So you definitely have to be a bit more careful. Yeah, that was perfect timing. Just as we're talking about dying in hardcore, I actually just roll off the ledge. But this is surely a double hit. Can we get the double hit? There we go. Oh, it always just feels so satisfying doing one weapon swing and then getting 2 items. Alright. Although we had like a lot of salvage metal before, and like a lot of you will probably find this too, you sort of get like a bit... Oh, okay, no, let's deal with these guys before I talk too much. Wait for them to blow up, wait for your lightning. Okay, we got them, cool. you'll probably notice you have like a lot of salvage metal at the start, and then all of a sudden you have none. And that's just because when you start crafting the hardened steel, you actually need salvage metal. You combine iron shards and salvage metal to make hardened steel. So at the start you sort of usually have an excess of it, but then the second you start using it for that crafting and you start to go up the workbench levels and using it more to build stuff in your home, you definitely need it. So don't sell all of your salvage metal. Make sure to keep a bit of a stockpile of it on you. Okay, how much iron do we have too? 26, that's good. I'll get a bit more stone while I'm here too. Yeah, they sort of do seem like the Stranger Things, right? Yeah, it's definitely, we definitely had that sort of inspiration, like the sort of the void. They literally are called voids and voidlings. But yeah, the sort of the creatures from the darkness, from the void. Yeah, they definitely give off that vibe. Well, yes, we are planning to do multiplayer in the future. As I said a couple times, I won't 100% promise it, just because I don't like to promise anything. But like, so next year is us where we're starting to work on multiplayer and getting that in the game. So the plan is that the launch, the full release of Lens Island will be going into multiplayer. Oh look, thanks for joining in, Emma. Have a great day. Pleasure to have you here. Let's do this risky jump. Whoa. Oh, I thought I'd make it. I thought I'd make the jump. I gotta try again. Oh my god, I thought I'd make that jump. That's alright. I've definitely made this jump before. You might not believe me, but I've made that before. I'll try one more time. Okay, it's alright. Alright, I'll give up. Maybe it's a one. I can't remember if is that a one-way jump? Maybe it is. I'll give up on the jump. I'll just go the normal way. Okay, alright, so we've officially cleared this keystone cave. So this is one of the more built up keystone caves. It's a lot more like sort of houses and buildings in here, so you really got to make sure you sort of like scour all the different corners and get all the different loot in these caves. There will be some more streams on the Steam page and on YouTube coming the next sort of day or so as well. James, my good friend, otherwise known on YouTube as Dom Plays, he's going to be doing a stream of Lens Island, and so that's going to be cool. That's going to be coming up a little bit later. Yeah, because I will have to go to sleep at some point, because I am definitely running on empty right now. Okay, let's find that boat. But yeah, I think I'll probably finish up the stream relatively soon, just because I'm getting pretty tired. But it's been really cool. I'm going to keep streaming as well over the next sort of days and weeks. If you want to keep watching Lens Island content, I'll be streaming on Steam, I'll be streaming on the YouTube channels, and we'll keep doing this playthrough. So this will be our official stream playthrough, and I'll be uploading all these VODs to the YouTube channel as well, so you can sort of look back through them. Oh, it's a barrel there. Cool. Let's get the barrel. Oh, bananas. Very nice. Yes, it was made with Unity, Marla. Oh, another barrel. Okay, let's park our boat on the sort of south side of the island here. Yeah, the music's great. It is fantastic. Definitely sets the scene, sets the tone. The music. Like our farm needs the water. Let me quickly. A quick little tip, by the way. If you're gonna water your farm at night, water it before you go to bed, because then you get all the growth, like the growth cycle happening after you've watered it. So let's get our watering can. Have to quickly run down to the river here. Get some water. Start watering all these. Oh, the fog just rolled in. It is foggy. Yeah, so yes, smashing the barrels of the boats is definitely. Oh yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah, so there actually is a sorcerer in the town, and she's only there at night. So while it is still nighttime, it's a perfect time to go visit her, and I can sell some dark essence and have a chat to her. Centane the sorcerer. Let's go find her. Where is she? Here we go. Hello. What brings you? So what you can do from Centane is you can also retrieve any lost backpacks in the world, reset your skill points as well, and then we can also sell our dark essence. So let's sell that dark essence. We don't quite need the dark essence just yet, so best sort of use case for it right now is just to sell it. Oh sweet, okay, we've got some crops that are grown. Let's plant them. Okay, they're still growing. Okay, so where are we at with our crafting? So a smelter, so what can we chuck in? Okay, let's load up the smelter, start cooking some iron bars. Okay, so we've got hardened steel bars being made, and once we make them, we can make our upgraded workbench. So I'm going to take... How much do we need? 30. Okay, cool. So I'll take that. Meanwhile, I'll go get some wood while we wait. And I'll upgrade the workbench, and that can be the final thing we do before I'll head off the stream and go get some sleep. So we're gonna get 150 wood, I believe. If you want to get any more questions, now's the time to do it. Where did the name Len come from? Len came from a character that I actually made up in when I went to university. But sort of before then, I was playing the game Rust, like a long time ago, like when it very first came out, probably like 7 years ago. And there was a guy called Len in the game called Rust that I was playing, and he was really nice to me, and he gave me a whole bunch of resources and helped me build my first home. And I just really liked Len, the guy that helped me out, and I just thought it was a cool name. So then he became a bit of a running sort of joke, I guess, in all the games that I made. They all had a character called Len, and then that just continued into this. So Len is just the nice guy that helps out his neighbor. That's Len. That's the embodiment of Len. 120. Okay, a little bit more wood, not too much more. Yeah, there's blueprints that you buy from the town, Brazilian dev, and that's where you get all like your decoration items. So all the sort of construction stuff you can craft by default. You just need the materials for it. But actually, I'm gonna put some wood. Oh no, I don't have any wood to put in. Yeah, all the construction items you can make off the get-go. But then the decoration items you have to purchase the blueprints for in order to sort of build all that sort of cool stuff. And then all the more advanced crafting and farming items you have to learn through the workbench. Okay, so we're just waiting for this last little bit of steel to cook. Oh, some of our trees are growing. That's good. We might as well use this time to expand. Actually, I can't use any wood because we need that wood for the upgrading of the workbench. I'll get some blueberries while I'm out here. Okay, it's almost done. Yeah, we did think about breaking your house if trees fell on it, but we thought it'd be a bit too punishing. I can hear sparkling. What's ready? Oh, we got a bush that's ready. Awesome. Okay, cool. Okay, so we got everything for level 2 workbench. There we go. So we can now officially craft all the hardened steel set of weapons. So we've got lots of hardened steel stuff. Axe, pickaxe. So you see, we're actually getting close to completing the iron set of weapons too. And we can now build a weapon rack and a tool chest. We can now build a garden bed, which is like a cute little garden bed that snaps to your stuff. And a water tower. Water tower is going to be big. So that's going to take us a little while to save up for that water tower, but that will mean that we'll actually get to start automatically watering our crops. It's sort of phase 1 of automatically watering. Phase 2 is when we introduce the windmill and the water pump. And that's like a fully automatic watering system. Yeah, exactly, Kristen. That was exactly the plan of Len. Len is just the embodiment of whoever Len, needs to be. Whoever you want Len to be. Len is just Len. Gender, race, everything aside. Len is just Len. There's not ranged weapons at the moment. We are looking into adding types of ranged weapons, as well as like cool potions, like splash damage potions and other ways to sort of like have ranged combat that aren't just, like a bow or something sort of standard like that. So yeah, definitely looking into that. Yeah, Len definitely hates shoes, as you can tell. And yeah, one of the quirks of Len, one of the quirks. We've got a bit of wood up here. Let's get the wood. Okay, look, I think I'm about ready to head off. Let's our last little check-in of the home. Quick little screenshot mode. Here's where we ended up. We have our nice little trees growing. The home still looks pretty ugly, but we're getting there. Usually I like to spend a lot of time on my houses. Like I like to make them look pretty, like really pretty. But it's also going to be pretty boring for you all just to watch me like gather wood for hours on end and gather stone and just like meticulously building. Where did I find the soul seller person? That was the witch or the sorcerer Centane. I wonder if I can just look over there. So there she is. So that little purple house in the town. That's where you get her. Like one of the paths into town. She's sort of beside there. She's only there at night though. That's actually a little tip. It's like a little secret in the game. So you need some sort of insider knowledge to know that, or just get lucky and walk past at night. But yeah, so go there at night and you'll be able to sort of sell your dark essence to her. And then if you've died and you have a backpack somewhere in the world, you'll be able to pay her with dark essence, and then she can retrieve the backpack for you using her magic. Be better, be a land. Yep, I love that. Awesome. Oh look, thank you so much for tuning in, everybody. It's been a terrific stream. We've had a very, very big couple weeks, very big couple days, getting all this update ready. We're just a very, very small team of developers making this happen. And we're trying to do the job of, like a studio that would be built with sort of 20, 30 people. But there's just a very, very small handful of us. So I've had to work very, very hard to get this done. But look, we're doing it all for you. We're working hard to make this game, a reality. This game is sort of the embodiment of everything I love in games. And it's sort of the embodiment of all the different genres that I wished were combined together. That sort of never were. So Lens Island is sort of my idea of the perfect game, combining a bit of like Diablo and Minecraft and Stardew Valley and Sims and putting them all together and making a game that you can sort of explore a bit of everything. But yeah, so this is, I guess, the second big step of Lens Island. This is, I guess, the 0.5 version of Lens Island in early access. There's going to be a lot more to come throughout the end of this year and throughout next year. It's really, really exciting. I can't wait to show you guys sort of what we've got planned. The other thing is worth mentioning too is we will be on a more regular update schedule of the game now. We essentially have to remake the whole game. Like when you think about the Lens Island was just a little island and one little sort of static world before. But now Lens Island is a gigantic procedurally generated world with boats and skill trees and all crazy stuff. So we had to remake the whole game. So that's why we didn't have any updates for such a long time, because we literally rebuilt the game from the ground up. But now the rebuilding is done, we can go back to updating this game weekly, monthly, and have updates very, very often. So expect lots of updates. Expect this game to really quickly go full steam ahead and start transforming into a really good game. And yeah, look, if you have any bugs, if you find any issues, be sure to let us know in the bug reports. You can actually find the bug reports link in the settings menu. Also on Discord, we've got the bug reports channel. We've got a link there too. As yeah, we did only just release this update today, so there probably will be little issues, little things here and there. But if you send us reports, we can fix them as soon as possible. A lot of the bug fixes we do are sort of daily and sometimes every couple hours. So a lot of the times, if you get an issue, it's not going to be in the game for very long. We usually pick up on it pretty quickly and work on a fix very soon. But for now, look, we need to go get some sleep because I've been up for over 24 hours. So got to get some sleep and get some rest, and then we'll be back on it. We'll do our first patch. We'll do our first patch later tonight, probably in around 12 hours from now, fixing, doing it. The first lot of balancing and tweaks and fixing that we need to do. But yeah, thanks so much for sort of tuning in, everybody. Appreciate it. Appreciate you all being here with me. And yeah, I'll be sure that I'm going to continue this stream later on too. I'll be doing some more streams in this world, so I'll make sure to save it. I forgot what I called this world, Uncharted Waters. I think I called it Uncharted. But yeah, thanks for tuning in on the chat, everybody. It was really cool to chat to all of you. So yeah, make sure to join the Discord. I forgot to post the Discord in the YouTube link, but if you're on the Steam page, Discord channel is on the top of the Steam page, or you can just click on the Discord link in another YouTube video and you'll be able to find it. So yeah, take care, everybody. It's been Julian, the lead developer of Lens Island here, and yeah, really excited to bring you all Uncharted Waters. It's going to be cool.